ready to go. Hit that like button. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Shout out to the people who's learning, calling in, being interactive. When it's time, press it one. It's only going to get you so far. New semester, new ideas, new thought processes, all that shit. Make sure you come ready. Because Kev ain't playing this semester with nobody, as you can tell. Shout out to my contributors. What up, Todd? For his glory. Amanda, Brittany. Let me see who else up in here. Let me see. Shout out to Brian King. What's up, champ? Yeah, I got some great news. See, KevRow. I'm so chill at this point in my life because Kev been working so hard to get to a point. You know, like Nip said, then you acknowledge that you great and you been the whole time. And it'll slap you in your face. Press one. Over dedicated. Over committed. Which is great. But you didn't see it. You see? Shout out to the people. What's up, Roderick? Man, that information you sent me yesterday sent me to a different space and time, champion. You see, that is called reality. We change the world around here and we make the world adjust. But not only that, see, stuff like that, Rod, let you know exactly how much you're worth. To the contrary, it lets you know who's taking you for granted. You feel me? So that information came at the right time. People think this is a place where they can fool around and play. And I let them do it because they ex-Democrats. And some of them still belong in a bungalow. They still belong there. We got a lot of daydreamers. I don't know why, with a microphone, I don't know why Taj was so frustrated yesterday. Taj, why was your ass so frustrated yesterday? Call it in, 424. Where Ali at? Ali, why was this nigga so frustrated yesterday? Hit the like button and subscribe. I've been trying to figure this out. To keep my classroom amused and shit. Hit that like button and press one, damn it. Keep my classroom amused off the homeroom behavior. The fuck was you so mad for yesterday? Hit that like button and say, what was Taj so mad for? He was mad because Ali keep calling him a Moor. Press what? He said he not a Moor. He mad at Ali. He not mad at me. He mad, nigga, KevRow University. That's why I don't let niggas. That's why you gotta have thick skin over here, champion. Hey.
Known caller.
Marley. Hey, here we go right here. Taj always at work, but always calling in at the right time. Hit the like button and subscribe. Now, Taj, tell everybody why you were so mad yesterday, sir. Go ahead. Wait.
I just get a peace, Kev, man. Good morning, man.
Go ahead. Peace to Georgia. You in the building. Why was you so mad yesterday? What was going on?
Well, I was studying. Like, after we got out of class, I started looking into, like, the towns and stuff. And sometimes when you see images, and then you, like, I go back, and then, like, when I used to talk to my grandparents about when they lived in the South, and I ask them questions, and they get frustrated when, you know, when I ask what was the impetus for the move up north, and really trying to understand how they got from Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, up to Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And after seeing that and understanding
what did
what they
say when
went
you
through,
asked them that?
they said it wasn't safe for them to be in the South, and they had to come up because it was also no work, and you know what I mean. I'm assuming they was going through the Jim Crow, like a lot of the Jim Crow stuff, like the stuff that, you know what I mean. But it was something that they was uncomfortable talking about, bro. Like they don't like talking about it.
Why was you so mad here? See, Mosley said you capping, you full of
because
shit.
I'm sitting there, I'm going through, like, bro, it's different.
See, Mosley said you full of shit.
Going through those videos.
Wait a minute, I got to do a vote. If you think Taj is full of shit, like Mosley said, press 1. But go.
It's all good. Don't nobody on here know me.
Don't worry about them.
It's all good.
That's the classroom. They have no mercy.
I ain't worried about them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm used to it. I grew up, I grew up with it, bro. So it's all good, bro.
Brian getting cap. Everybody.
I got thick skin, bro.
So why was you mad yesterday? What was the point of you being upset yesterday?
Yesterday, like I said, bro, I'm going through, like, once I get off the show, bro, I do go and I do my own independent research and looking and seeing some of that stuff and seeing, like, bro, that it bring up a level of emotion, bro. Pardon me, I had to check myself, but it do bring a level of emotion, bro.
Like, yo, as that part in me, I ain't.
Like, bro, like, it ain't, bro, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's a serious situation, bro. Like, that's how I view it, as a serious situation when you see people hanging from trees and people pointing at them and stuff like that, hanging people from telephone poles and people, you know what I mean? When you see images like that, bro, like, that's disturbing to me, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a person that got feelings, bro. And like I said, I try to check them. But shit, like that shit is disturbing, bro.
Woo! I'm waiting for the votes to come
in.
That's
all, like.
Oh, that's all you was on? I was like,
nah, that's all.
What was irritating this?
Yeah, no, it wasn't nothing outside of that, bro. It wasn't nothing outside of that, bro. Like.
I'm looking like, what the fuck can this nigga be so upset about during the show? You feel me?
Bro,
like,
I know you've been there. I know you've been at times when you going through some of those old videos, and you, like, it wasn't the first time I seen that stuff, but I haven't been like, I ain't really been researching that for a little minute.
We talked about it.
So just seeing that powerfully. Again.
We talked about this already. All of the towns being destroyed. We talked about that. Right here.
Yeah, and I totally understand that, bro. But again, just seeing it again, like, we're doing that refresher course, running that refresher course back again, bro. Like,
no, because we found out about
I ain't a person that likes seeing stuff like that, bro.
Now I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't see why you was irritated at it. That's all. Now you breaking it down that came from.
No, it wasn't to do with the goal. It was to do with just seeing what was going on with the towns, bro. Like I said, I'm just, man, all I'm doing is the research, trying to stay up to date with the show, bro. That's all, man. Like,
this nigga said that's all, man. I ain't tripping. This the home, so I allow shit.
Like, I be trying to figure, like, bro, I be lost sometimes, bro. And you know what I mean? It ain't meant to be a distraction to anybody else, bro. You handle your handle, you be doing your thing, bro. And I just be trying to, you know what I mean? I just be trying to call, have a conversation about things I don't understand. Yeah, I might have questions and stuff like that, but sometimes I just ask them questions for clarification because I don't fully comprehend. I can readily admit that. It's like, I got my strengths and I got my weaknesses. I'm just trying to buttress my weaknesses and have understanding in things as in
This
like the law and
nigga, what
really
the hell is you
understanding.
talking about? I'm talking about why you was mad yesterday.
Bro, I'm talking,
What is you talking about?
yeah, bro.
All right, look, this is what I'm
I'm
gonna
just
do.
talking about, bro.
Call
I be
back,
lost
and call
sometimes.
back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna play you the tape. I'm gonna play because they got the tape, so I'm gonna play the tape. On, we're on. Coffee, coffee and Kush TV. I'm sorry about the mishap. Lord have mercy. I got messages flying in right now. They say, "Boy, your boy Taj ain't been right." Press one, a D-Jack. I'm getting messages. They say, man, your boy Taj ain't been right in a couple weeks now. Press one. They say, I think you lost that nigga somewhere around the quantum theories. they say, Taj ain't been right since nigga Einstein, since E equals MC squared hit him upside the head. And he said, aha, now I got it. Press button, hit the like button, and subscribe. Today is fuck with my students day. Might be the week because I love this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love messing with my students and getting and getting them day ass used to the new format where everybody can get it. Everybody. It don't matter if you black or white. Dun, 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 dun. I said, I think I found my baby. It don't matter if you black or white. Hit the like button. They say Taj is a criminal trying to hijack the ship. Hit the like button. And he don't know which way to go. Cause you hit them niggas with that quantum theory. And that's all she wrote. Since the Gillespie algorithm and all of this scientific theory jargon, when it was time to get back into reality, they wasn't able to make that shift. Press one. Now his ass is lost somewhere. That's what they say. They say your ass over there lost and you getting chemically imbalanced and frustrated. Hit the like button. They said your ass is getting frustrated because none of your yeah Hercules around this bitch. They say you every time we about to get on something good, your ass call in, throwing everybody back in the whirlwind, in the algorithm. And I brought this up the other day when I was like, call your ass back, because I'm about to go to sleep again. So that mean that was like the third or fourth time I don't caught the shit. You ain't finna put me this back in the whirlwind, searching for characters and characters and characters when I already said them is characters. And they're all working in collusion together. It's the reason. Yeah, nigga said it's not about the gold. It's not about the gold, I promise.
Not like this. Not like this.
Did y'all hear that, nigga? No. It's not about the minerals or none of that, bro. That nigga sounded very politest. He turned it into that nigga over there shapeshifted into brother politest shit. No, you know that nigga got a cold little. You not sounding too right. You all right? Your stomach hurt? Mm. You all right back there? That nigga turned into brother polite on us. Huh? Y'all got the tape too? Man, when there's nothing to do at KevRow University in a homeroom, what the fuck do you think motherfuckers do but talk shit? My favorite. I pull up in the office looking to talk some shit. Press one. What's going on today at the office? Press one. Pulling up fast too. Got donuts and everything for everybody. Who telling? I want to know who telling, who snitching, who you think a suspect. Press one. Who not? Who cool as fuck. Press one. Who causing problems. All that shit. Who trying to sneak off? Who trying to pretend? Press 1, throw the course off, all that. We don't seen etage. We don't seen it all at the road. You know why? Because us toys see everything. Press 1. Us toys, we see everything. That nigga said, you did that when? I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you when. I'm gonna show you what the word around the office. You had this short circuit when the nigga said the post boxes, the gold post office, that's why they're in the ships. Oops, gotta go. You went into straight fucking shutdown mode and ran away. Press 1. Now your ass is over here asking these same ass basic questions that you know the answer to. Once again, press 1. This is the word around the fraud department. Press 1.
Not like this.
They find it mighty suspect that
Not like
every
this.
time Kev don't catch everything. It's mainly Wakanda. They catch every goddamn thing. They don't miss a beat. And they're in protection of the king. So when these patterns and anomalies start showing up in my program, press 1, alerts start going off. Like you ever seen that cartoon with those little yellow little minions? Or one of these movies where the alarms start going off. Motherfuckers start paying special attention. Press 1. Now they looking at your ass like this. Go ahead. And then you know what happens then? And then predictions and betting start going on in the background. What that person gonna do next? What they gonna say? We take bets. You over there. what am I fucking going? When do you think this person is gonna disrupt the show? Press 1. At what point? So boom, they start placing bets. Now all the bets are on at the exact number on the same time. Nigga, every time you get on this shit, here it come. Press 1. So when you called yesterday and the day before, the anticipation was at the fraud department. That's what you was gonna do. Call in and take the classroom away from the subject matter and bring it into a lost motherfucker chasing pirate ships and gold and the riches of the king once again. I didn't want to believe it. But you know, quantum theory. Once the patterns on the back wall start showing up, and you can see that motherfuckers is choosing to be waves or solid material. That's 1. By the choices that they made and by the patterns that's on the back wall. Hit the like button and subscribe. So I don't believe people. I believe, since I'm so scientific, patterns. Press. So Wakanda knows, nigga, I'm in like Mort Main grip. You feel me? They know, all right, this nigga, this right here. Because Kev ain't fucking with it if it ain't in quantum. Press 1. So I love being the narrator of my motherfucking virtual office. Press 1. Let it capture the moment, you know. And so, and Wakanda's huge. I say, so what did this brother say? What is he doing? And he goes into this bullshit. So what they gonna do? I'm gonna give you a secret. They gonna shut your ass down because they don't got your pattern down. Press 1. Now I'm gonna show you how women work. Once they realize that pattern, they own you like a pit bull. That's why I trust them when it comes to patterns and shit. They're real good at artwork and painting pictures. Love that shit. Hit the like button.
Such as the
So now we gotta go back and see This is my office in the fraud department. So I gotta go back and see what the fuck was going on yesterday. So they referred me back to the video, Taj. Now, Ali, it ain't nobody here, so you gotta get it. And D-Jack, no, not D-Jack, King Kush ain't showed up to class, so you up. So if you look here, the evidence that's proceeding, it's called American Myths. This is you and the mysteries of the past. Lake Lanier will be drained, and we didn't get to that, but this is happening 2 or 3 when we're talking about the SQV Trust and all of this good stuff that you're supposed to be focused on, and all of this SQV and the meaning of what all this in detail. And you can't be smart sometime and not see that as I proceed backward, the whole show is about the SQV Trust. Press 1 and the slaughtering, see, and the solving of the mystery and the riddles of the gold and gaining possession of the people as the resource, as the commodity. And guess who came down the pike again right after putting up Ptah, Odin,
Wilmington,
Ptah,
North
Peter
Carolina,
once again.
and
Now they know how to get me because they're very. They look what's on the screen, and I'm so natural with it. Guess who called right after this? You. Press 1. So it was right up my motherfucking alley. You get me, classroom? You feel me? And me being a class clown myself and a person that like to start shit, just like Francois, press 1. I got some questions. Before we start school today, press 1. That's why I call this homeroom. So I can check in with my students and see what the fuck is going on. Not right now, Royal Purple. Not right now. You got to call it in. No more chatting like, nope, you got to call it in, boo boo. Shout out to you. But guess what? You got to call it in. No more exposing your notes to the classroom. So listen to the call. This is very good. It's going to be good leadership for you. This is good eating. We talking about Peter and Ptah and Odin and time. And guess what you did? We got the mystery. We got the allegory and everything. And guess what the fuck you did once again? This is fraud department again. Your ass call in at the right time to ask questions you already know the answer to.
Yeah,
And this is
I'm
this
pulling
is
it up
this
right
is a learning
for
process.
Wilmington, North Carolina, and now that I'm seeing it, like in the time, it's like other things that was happening, and not only Disney was taking over these lands, but also like Walmart.
Not like this.
Walmart.
Not like this.
But also
And
Walmart.
one of the places that I came across.
But press 1. He said not only Disney in 1912, but Walmart. So I'm trying to figure what the fuck. But I played it smooth. Because I'm working on my ability. I played this shit smooth with my goofy self. You feel me? So he brings up Walmart. So let's continue to listen to this nonsense.
Was Harrison, Arkansas, and that was the site of the second Walmart that was ever open.
All right, go ahead. Your Taj, you got to explain this. Look at Ali. They said Taj, man. Told you.
But again, that was another place that was race riots based off of an assault.
So he's placing the Walmart on the race riots that we were talking about in the early 1900s. 1912, that before Disney, it was called something else, but these theme park companies were then using international corporations to buy up the land when they were all owned by the same soulless corp. So we'll get back to it.
Like a alleged assault that was never, it was never confirmed that this assault
Walmart?
actually happened. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. As in Sam Walton.
Okay. When was this? When was this?
Yeah, and I'm pulling it up right now. It was
Sure.
19. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that note up real quick.
Not like this. Not like
Hold
this.
up. This nigga said, "Do-do." Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do. This nigga got a file cabinet now. Would you believe this travesty? Do-do-do, huh?
This was in 1905 and
Yes.
1909.
So 1905 and in 1909, the Walmart was built.
This was the Harrison race riot. But it's like all throughout the South. It's something unique to the South,
No,
and I
so
ain't realized
Walmart opened there
it
in
was a real thing
1908.
until
So I said Walmart opened there in what year? Walmart opened there in 1908.
Walmart. No. What I'm saying is that's when the race riots were going on. Walmart actually opened. Give me a second. It was
baby shark, baby, baby shark, baby shark. Woo, son. Woo, we were laughing our ass off at the office. This tape was going around. Unbelievable travesty.
the second Walmart that was open.
When the fuck?
Give me 1 second. I can find that.
Go ahead.
I believe it was 1962. It was
1962. Press 1. Woo-wee. Lord have mercy, son. 1962. Go ahead, kid.
62 once they opened it up. But again, that goes like post World War II.
Post World War II. That's after World War II. But we talking World War 1905 into 1909. So what is this language that you speaking? I was in the office fucking dead on the floor crying for you, nigga. I said, "Ooh, this sounds much stupider without smoking 4 blunts." I said, "The smoke and heard this." What the fuck is you talking about? That's a huge time gap, sir. And knowing that I exist on my timeline, that is an infraction. Press 1. Continue on.
That's when a lot of the dams and the lakes were being filled in over those towns. Like
that's when the dams and the lake was being filled
Lake
in.
Lanier.
Like
that
Lake Lanier.
1950s.
That was in the 1950s, but we didn't talk about Lake Lanier in the 1950s. Lake Lanier is in my title, and I was going to talk about Usher's ex-wife talking about the incident with a specific child. That ain't that's a total different time frame. So, are you talking about 1905 race riots or Lanier? Where are we at?
And it, like I said, it was widespread. Like, as you know,
I'm talking
It wouldn't make
about
any sense.
I looked
early
into the
1900s. Like the race riots are early. Look, and that comes mid to a little later. See, what I'm saying is Disney it's not one person. Yes, it's multinational. It is a
I
multinational corporation. So it's many characters
I understand, and it was
within that
founded
realm.
in
Go ahead.
1923.
What? He's, and I understand. And Disney was established or created in 1923. I'm not talking about the name incorporated Disney theme park.
Yeah, Disney was founded in
I'm talking about motherfucking an intelligence agency disguised as a motherfucking. That's what I'm talking about.
1923. The
But that
initial
was
Disney that's over in California.
yeah, but I'm talking before that when they was just
On
a fucking underground motherfucking. There was nothing more than spies for Russian czars. They became boom. You see, but this is what we know because Kev brought this up. Uh,
okay,
they became entertainment company to hide that they were what do you call that shit when you're a spy but you're like what is MI6 what like intelligence agencies.
understood, understood.
Yes.
Like I know what you're saying. Like one of the three-letter type of organizations that came after World War II, but previous to they were there previous to that. That's
Yeah,
more
even in the
so
High Castle they were always
the stay
underground.
behind.
They were always underground. Like probably under Disney, up under a mountain, some goddamn
Now
where,
listen to
planning
this.
this shit out. But yeah,
See, one thing, Kev, that I came across few weeks ago. I sent it to you. It was Operation Gladius.
now I'm going somewhere else in another time frame, and I'm talking about the SASQV Trust. You feel me? Here I am. I'm getting back, and that's already a throw off combo. Is what they like. What was the point of these conversations? If the real conversation is now going even deeper into another evading the whole SESQV teaching thing that we got rolling in class.
Which was the offspring of Operation Werewolf,
Uh huh.
which is a state behind, type of organization that what I'm gathering, it seems to be like the Boy Scouts as they came through in the 19 teens and the 1920s as they were expanding. It seems like that was what was what remained, and they made it seem like it was happening again over in Europe. To
Well, okay, wait. We know this. We talked about this. We did this over and over. Kev brought all of the Nazis here. The world fairs, the reenactments, the staged wars, the crump cannons. Kev brought all that. It's in my file. It's on YouTube. It's in class. All of that is Kev. So Kev knows this because this is all Kev. So I'm trying to figure where you going with this shit. Because I've already exposed the German civilian U.S. Guard. It's on the screen. The swash, the so swash, that was on the watchtower at the Kremnikreis, the Red Cross, the concentration camp. So I was trying to figure, where we going?
about fascist regimes such as the Nazis, which they blame for the genocide that actually happened here.
Okay, so you're
But
reiterating all of my work to me. Okay,
that was called Operation Gladius.
okay. We brought up the Timberwolves, wolves in sheep clothing, and all of the after the Bund, how the federal government engulfed all of those German Nazis, those Boy Scouts, and all of those was federal. Like, okay, we got it. We got it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. Like, that's crazy because them going to, I don't see them going to war. I see them going for humanitarian efforts and never coming home. I don't see him
Indeed,
going.
indeed. More so with
I don't see why. Why go to war when all of them are against you? You can create a humanitarian crisis and lure them out. Have a plot. This is better than YMW Melly, sir. You know that, nigga. Why go to war? Yeah, we wouldn't have to do all the fakery if we really went to war, Taj. Hey, Taj, think about it. I could recreate war scenes in my bathtub with a fucking. Again, the time misfractions are in the theater of. So what you thinking is World War II is a conclusion as far as theater goes. It's mere acting and all of these other things. And these were actors. Period. So acquisiting, trying to find the exact crime of genocide, it must fit the bill, as they say. Nigga, let me think about it for
during the World Fairs.
Go ahead.
During the World Fairs, when Krupp was coming through with the cannons, and they were bringing in that during that time, I know they had the recreations of everything that was going on in Europe, but as they said with the Krupp cannons, he said that he has a cannon that's so big that he can launch it from miles and miles away outside of a city and flatten the city.
Yeah.
And I know the war that they portrayed to happen over there didn't happen as they say it did, if it even happened. But it was definitely devastation that came here by way of not only the flood, but
after that, after the flood, will be the perfect time for reenactments. See that? Now, that's true. After the flood will be the perfect time for the reenactments of war. What just occurred, I told y'all, in World War I. It was a lot of destruction. Everybody's out. It's very important with the conversation. 100 million deaths, 10 million people dead on a war that never happened. Boom. Look, now I gave an alternative thought process to what I've given you. Now you see the shift? I go from I went check that out. That's beautiful as I watch it now.
With the Krupp cannons, he said that he has a cannon that's so big.
Look, remember
that
the information you gave me?
Miles away outside of a city. And
remember the information you gave me about the Krupp that you brought up about the and he said that he can. That doesn't mean that happened. It happened at that particular time. Again, time frames are important. We was jumping around from what? So I want our classroom to understand. We going from what? 1905, 1909 to Walmart to this.
In the city.
Yeah.
And I know.
I'm doing my best to keep up.
The war that they portrayed to happen over there didn't happen as they say it did, if it even happened. But it was definitely devastation that came here by way of not only the flood, but
after that, after the flood, assimilation. Reconstruction, assimilation will be the perfect time for reenactments. Everybody's out. You can blame 100 million deaths, 10 million people dead on a war that never happened. They died because they was assimilated into 14th Amendment citizens after the flood. Oh. I just thought of that right at that moment. fuck, bro. Everybody's out. Check this out, bro. You can blame 100 million deaths, 10 million people dead on a war that never happened. It was a humanitarian. They died because they was assimilated into 14th Amendment citizens after the flood. In which they were then sterilized.
But with the Klan and the red shirts and the brown shirts,
The volunteers and foreign blacks and the Confederate, the red shirts and the brown shirts. The red shirts in the time zone that you speaking of are the Confederates. The brown shirts are volunteers are the but again, timing is
they were actually coming and destroying towns. They were setting fires to towns.
That was the
Oklahoma in the Red Summer.
And worse than that. And worse than that was the militias and that was the first ones in the Great War.
Indeed, that's all I'm speaking on, sir.
Yeah,
all I'm speaking on is that they came in and caused devastation, man.
But you got to remember. Okay, they came in and caused devastation, man. I don't get why what the frustration is about. That's what I'm saying. He was there. He's like, man. I'm trying to devastation, man. That happened.
Bro, like,
but listen, but wait, before you say this,
about it.
But look, they did this first. The rest of it is the cover up. The whole theater of it. They had to have time to the Western expansion per se. All that had to be flattened out. You just genocided for them to even go west, like we discussed. For Northerners and Southerners to go west and go there, because it's a lot of people that stayed in the South. Everybody didn't leave the South. These people, 30, 40 years ago. Everybody was assimilated. Not even that. They say 10 years prior or something of the sort. Now check this out. I like to have fun a little bit. I'm talking shit. But you know what I'm saying? I want my class to know, to stay focused when they asking these questions, because the show is about the SQV Trust and Wonderland and the difference between the allegorical and what was going on at the time, given the time. You know, so it's very important that people, you drive in their minds that they are dead. It's important. Dead in law, dead, abandoned, lost at sea, by which, and that is the goal. This is the point of the conversation. The point of that conversation is, I believe you said it, I just want to know what happened and how they gained control of the gold. That's how that conversation ended. And you was frustrated. I'm trying to figure out the gold, Taj, what your brain is having an issue with is the human being. That's the gold you're looking for. That's the gold you're looking for. That's the only gold that matters. This gold right here. So we got to understand, champion. It's deeper than material or a landmass, because if we're going to go landmass, it's none of y'all golds. Y'all just great grandsons of miners and carpenters and freedmen who worked their way out of and have a nice home and can now get up and go to work. That's as far as that go, because it's all his. Yes, sirree, Bob. And the federal government and the churches, that's all proven, are in possession of the crown jewels. Press one. That's what matters. And how to get out of this mindset. So again, you was looking for the gold, yet you overlooked the gold. And I'll be trying to figure out, okay, you feelings and emotion, that's cool, but why? You don't see the gold? Do you see that gold? Okay. Okay. The gold is underwater, submerged. How is that not, how are you not gathering that and going off chasing wagons and caravans and the routes to the gold and the mysteries of riddles that doesn't even make sense? Ships and all of these, once they went submerged, there you have the townships that you brought up. So I'm not understanding. One day you get it, the next day you don't get it. Then it goes off into these other conversations. I need help when you call in. Please help me understand. Because it ain't like something's wrong or you got a problem or it's an issue. No, it's just I'm trying to figure out where are you going. And you know Wakanda say. You know Wakanda there, so where are we going with this? The gold or the Catholic Church went into business with the czars and all that. We went over all that information 5 months to a year and a half ago. Well, I'm not understanding. I was in shock. I'm like, how you don't remember? Do you not remember? Because it's right here on Google in my videos. So you repeating to me what I already said and then asking me more questions, it's like, where you going? Press one.
Unknown caller.
Where the hell is you going?
Call from
Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. What up?
Peace, guys. Todd's calling in.
What up? Look at
Hey,
Todd
bro.
calling in. Look at Todd.
Yeah. No, I mean, bro, like, I don't, like, bro, I'm here to learn, bro. So it's like, if I look foolish at times, or if I, like, I'm not intentionally trying to be distracted.
We not doing
I
that.
just started a new
This
little gig and whatever.
This ain't side netted, nigga. This is the most active.
Yeah.
Active. Oh, man, I'm just trying to learn, but all that. Hell
No, bro. What I'm saying, bro, let me say this.
You gotta have
like,
a personality.
Bro, I'm out here.
You gotta have a personality.
I can dig it.
You and your feelings or something. Hey, it's the road. Once them patterns,
No, I ain't mad at nobody, bro. I got thick skin.
Yeah, don't be mad. Oh, so what was you mad
Hey,
at?
bro, I don't pay no mind, bro.
What was on your mind about that whole deal? What are you not understanding about the gold being the people that was submerged in the grave? The inheritance, the name.
Nah, I understand it now that you explained it. I had questions about that, and that's why I was asking the question.
And then maritime law and all of these things.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking the questions, bro. I didn't understand that, and you know what I mean. It may come off as disjointed. I'm in the process of starting a new gig, and I'm training somebody on how to do it. Like sometimes I'll be catching the whole show, and sometimes I don't be catching different parts. So I ask questions because I learn best through a conversation, bro. Like, it ain't, you know what I mean? I know it could come off a way, bro. I'm different. Let's call it like that. That's the way I learn. Because if I don't ask questions and I start going off into a space that is, you know what I mean, in the Never Never Land, then, you know what I mean, that throws off the rest of my understanding, bro. And forgive me if I have been a distraction as of late.
Bro,
that really all it is, bro. Like, I got some new. I got a new contract I just picked up with a delivery thing, and I'm trying to train somebody, and I be getting off a lot later than I'm used to, bro. That's all. That's really the difference, bro. The last 2 weeks, but you know what I mean. I got thick skin, bro. I ain't. You know what I mean. I'm here for it, bro. If I could be an example of what not to be, I'll be that, bro. But I really want to add to the class, and that's what I think I do
You funny as hell.
when I'm focused, bro. I ain't focused right now. You right. You calling me out on it as a man, bro. I accept that because,
Hey,
bro,
that ain't me,
like,
bro.
yeah,
That's
you
just
right. I
that's like
fell off with
what
my
what
shit.
is your what's in your brain? Are you understanding that all of these massacres, the names are being stolen at the halls of records, and all of these things and taken back and about to be parceled out and assigned new homes and assigned new allocated new this and new that and put off and assigned as black. So it's really black gold. You ever heard of that?
Indeed, like off of the hillbillies.
Black
Like
gold.
that's
That's
another
the
way of saying it. But I know what you're saying
okay.
as the people being
That's
that.
bingo. There's
Yeah,
everything
bro.
that
I get it. I
there's
go back
everything
and listen.
there's
I go back
everything
and listen.
everything you looking for and everything right there. The gold is the people. The crown jewels. The crown is the Magna Carta, the king. The king jewels is the people, and he's a servant of the people.
Indeed.
Coffee and Kush TV. Thank you for the call. Todd still sound lost. Indeed, that nigga still sound like, oh shit. That's it. That's the end of the allegorical content. That's it. There's the gold. You, the American people that's tied to him. People say Jesus. People say this one. The people who are tied to him. The people who it's written about in scripture. That's the people tied to him. And he's the king of the land. That's his. And they are descendants of them bloodlines just a few grandmas ago. Yes, sirree, Bob. No, it's not everybody who melanated. No, it's got people who got their mind set on the kings and the Lord and the scripture and the good shepherd. Let me tell you something about Peter. Peter's problem was his mind and his eyesight and his heart was on the riches of the king and not on the mission and what it took to be. Even when saying, I'm gonna give you the key, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. What he wanted something that was being given to him freely. That's his problem. And the world bases their knowledge of scripture off of him. All of them have signed a deal to that. Okay, so this is not as hard as chasing coins that fell down in the whatchamacallit and the Titanic and these things of this nature. Different things was happening and we're pulling that shit, but this isn't. Let's say take your time. The gold is becoming obvious that it's the people, it's the names, it's becoming benefactors on paper in British law and in British records to give themselves a history and to wipe your mind and for it to exist chasing mystery ships and ghost ships and all of these mysteries and riddles we was growing up to know and to fall into one of those deceptions. But to admit, I can say some shit like paper genocide by Walter Plecker, Adolf Hitler of America, where he took the names and stuff. These are things you have a time and space for. It's right there. They're in the act of stealing. Right there. Hell, Walter Plecker took George Washington Gillespie's name. He said, fuck this. I'm out of here. Press 1. So it's a lot of things, it's a lot of people who are portraying the role as these individuals are the true sovereigns of the freemen of the land. And people got to get an understanding that it's no different than how y'all operating today within that corporation. The problem is that corporation has labeled you black within its law, and you are now displaced from what your forefathers previously owned, which was given as a benefit to foreigners coming into this land to reap the benefit of being of this nation and of this land and carrying out. And you've never experienced that because you don't even know what that is. You think you was a slave, but all of these towns being overthrown in the 1880s, sure, the bank and the gold and the jewels but the real black oil is the reproduction of black babies, fatherless. That's the real gold. You don't struck it rich. Keep them entertained by way of Disney products and Disney produce stars and talk about the Illuminati and let them be Illuminati'd out. Press 1. You don't know what the fuck going on. Shout out to Betty Hampton with that contribution to the show. Thank you for that this morning right here at the Row. But yeah, Kev is just going. And to me, it don't matter what student it is. It's just I'm going to use people as an example. And whether it's good or whatever, I don't have no feelings towards the YouTube situation. And I got Coffee and Kush coming on later on. So it's just a classroom. Don't get in y'all feelings about this shit. I just want to keep people on the right track so they don't fall down the damn whirlwind of nothing. But what I'm about to show y'all right now is beautiful. And Taj, I just needed a lead up to it because none of that shit mattered. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with being lost in the allegories. That's why I come to help. That's why I come to help. But y'all got to keep y'all mind focused. Don't be no example. They teaching this at Yale University. Press 1. I said they teaching it at Yale University. You know what that is, little man? Taj with the Taj hat. And press 1. We're going to call him Taj Bay. You know what that is? That's what the Illuminati is raised up that you so scared of. Press 1. My man Taj Bay in the building. And Tasha Payton Bay. Press 1. This is funny. I love this shit. And Tasha Payton Bay, while you're at it, press 1. So, all jokes aside, I came on today really just to talk clown with these individuals. Let them know Kev ain't tripping off none of this goofy shit. What you learning, what you not learning, come to class, take part, and take over in a great discussion and something to make people at work laugh. But here's the real meat and potatoes. You see, Kev is on another level. That's what I realized. You feel me? We talking skulls and bones. Hit the like button and subscribe. These people look familiar to y'all, don't they? Yale University. See, when you're not caught up in Yale University's allegorical lives, you can make it up a step or two. You got to get past the bullshit. You feel me? Oh, that ain't Geronimo at all. Oh, no. There's no Indian, ain't no damn Geronimo, but in a damn picture. See, these people right here, oh, yeah. What they did is who you see, Yale University. Now, watch this. They also have a Negro Holocaust. So, Yale University agrees with Mr. Gillespie. Press 1, see? No student left behind. Okay? Let's let's scroll down. The American Negro Holocaust and race riot is hold up. Race riots in the United States, 1880 to the 1950s. What's our time frame, you guys? Can I ask my class right now? So they paying billions of dollars to go to these schools. Mm. For them to be trained up to know what that really was about. Could you believe that? At Yale University? You don't believe me? It's right here. The Negro Holocaust. Here, let me highlight it for you. Right here. Lynching and race riots in the United States from 1880. You know, the coup d'etat was 1898. So, to 1950's. This is your Great War. So, anyway, the United States has a brutal history of domestic violence and terrorism. But I'm not going to go into that. What I want you to know is the information that you blessed to hear, you don't got to go to that school. You come right here to KevRow University. Sit back and grab your notebooks. And I'm going to show you how the trustees gave the wrong people. They made a horrible mistake. That's what the fuck they did. They made a grave mistake and gave the benefits of you to foreigners. And they became the kings and the fathers and mothers over those people. Hit the like button and subscribe. So you already know who overthrew not the king. No, they got to wait till the king was dead and old. Oh no. They couldn't do this shit. No. The objective was to steal it from you. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The goal was, how do we rip these people from Georgia's grip? And how do we get they shit over to us? So, I believe what they did was flooded the whole shit. All of the main and caused a historical state of peril where volunteers and scouts and surveyors and all had to come out of the woodwork. Would be natural. And humanitarian aids for people from California to Middle America, all the way to the East Coast, different floods, all the way to the South, really. If you type in Harry S. Truman and the floods, or was that Woodrow Wilson? One of these two. So, where does all the presidents secret society come from, they say, the Illuminati? Yale University. Skull and bones. Okay? You can't get to skull and bones without coming to KevRow University. This is a this is this is a travesty. You can't be you can't speak. This is who you got to come against. Forget your sisterhood with these crazy witches and warlocks. This right here. And to create like create reconstruction will look something similar, postal and all of these things, but you will be assigned. The thing is, you were labeled dead during your classification. You wasn't labeled free, men, with your name. You, upon citizenship as a 14th Amendment, you became black and dead and accepted the ultimate deception, which would be what? Yale University? What? What would it be, fellas? Sesquive? Under the power of the bankers? Put them in a perilous state. They won't know what hit them. Rebuild right there. Right there. It's kind of like from their destruction, we will emerge type of idea. These ideas out of destruction, order, or whatever, the same motto. They didn't do nothing but start the 1,000-year rate, right, where they falsified themselves in history and claimed your inheritance. And they are just regular workers in different positions of what they will consider a federal government. But the initial birth of the federal government on this land is this stuff right here, the genocide and the Negro Holocaust. How lynching, the lynching and the race riots in the United States in the 1880s, the mid 1800s through the 1900s. The Great Flood in Mississippi in 1927. See? Let's see. And then they have riparian rights. The land recedes. The federal government claims property. It doesn't want to leave because now they want to stay and want to claim the property, and it's not theirs. So they have to, riparian right. Wait a minute. Is that right? Oh, maritime, humanitarian state of peril treaty in force. You know what I'm saying? Like way out shit. Let me see what the chat is saying. Let me go to the chat just to see what y'all saying out there. I love to see what y'all saying. Feel free. Yeah, municipality workers. Exactly. You know those security guards at the city buildings who make you take your belt off and walk, that type of shit, bro. So it's time we start waking up to this whole reality. Like, wait a minute. We fell asleep. We fell into the American dream where a simultaneous timeline of events going backwards was the erasing of your history. Damn, that was smart. Damn. Because this was the 0 point of turning you from a freeman, sovereign, organic person of the land that can never be detached by foreign entities, banks, and churches, and all of this foreign corporate corpse, dead hand shit. Damn. 424-209-9506. They know the genocide, the Holocaust. No, it's not just genocide. Excuse me. Excuse me. The American Negro Holocaust. Exactly what I said. The exact term. The American Negro Holocaust at Yale, New Haven. Press 1. Teacher Institute. Listen, the policy resulted. Now look at what I just saw up here. This is why I'm going into a deep study, because we on the right track. I'm on the right track. You on the right track for staying with KevRow, because guess what? This is really the real Yale University. Remember I told y'all. Remember Todd? I said ideological subversion. And what is that shit they was trying to stop in Florida? Blacks learning their true history because people was gonna feel insulted. No. Not like Yale University. You got to tell the truth. Truth is right here. What y'all talking about? What am I teaching? I'm teaching what you can't even learn at Yale University because it'll be watered down a little bit because it's tough. But I'm gonna tell you what, you gotta respect Yale University because they were a part of these situations. It was people from those organizations who reigned supreme after the fact. So you gotta commend truth, a stem of truth coming out of Skull and Bones and Yale University for even addressing this type of disenfranchisement and Holocaust. Would nobody on earth bring up the Negro Holocaust? But Mr. Kev Gills and the trustees, press 1. Now listen to me. Only people who would even know about the American Negro Holocaust is the Illuminati, nigga, and the people it belonged to. Press 1. Now what? Not no regular nigga gonna be calling them no trustees like that, putting them in their rightful mindset. The American Negro Holocaust. How many babies were sterilized? You can't stand and speak? I didn't teach you how to stand and speak against the American, against this, speak for your lost brothers and sisters who have been placed in mass graves all around America. You can't stand up for that. For the lost Margaret Sangers and the lost names of people who are just all around America, ran from here and there. Mm. So this is bigger than Yale. KevRow University. Truth and facts. It's facts. It's facts. So now I know exactly what's going on. Now listen to this, you guys. This is what we've been proving the whole time. I need to be on TED Talks. I'm gonna get my suit and tie ready. Press 1. See, you done pucked around, and I done came into myself. Look at that one. Look at that. So anyway, listen, the unit of post-Reconstruction era African American history will examine anti-black violence. Press 1. From the 1880s to the 1950s, the phenomenon of lynching and the new race riots and major race riots of the period, called the American Dark Ages by historian Rayford W. Logan, will be covered. Immediately following the end of Reconstruction, the federal government of the United States restored white supremacist control of the South. Look, and adopted a laissez laissez-faire policy in regard to the Negro. The Negro was betrayed by his own country. The Negro was betrayed by its own country. The American blacks who came back from helping the world, it was a ruse and it was betrayed by its own. This is deep, y'all. See, I can't be chasing ghost ships when I found them already. They was betrayed. The policy resulted in Negro disenfranchisement within the Corporation of America. So you're a 13th Amendment and 14th Amendment citizen inside the corporation and worked for the benefit of the whole and was disenfranchised, cut the fuck off, and earnings stolen, but all of it, everything's taken at one time. Hold up. The policy and boom and disenfranchisement, social, educational, and employment discrimination and peonage. You know what peonage is? Okay, we're going to get back to that. Deprived of their civil and human rights. And look, blacks were reduced to the status of what? Quasi-slavery or second-class citizenship. The term black is what this shit is. A tense atmosphere of racial hatred, ignorance, and fear bred lawless mass violence, murder, and lynching. Press 1. Wow. 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 So, I'm gonna show you how deep we is. I'm gonna show y'all something right now. Right? So we've been talking about the trust that the Illuminati put black people in as black second class citizens and stole their inheritance. Press 1. And I told y'all the contract between the Moors and these individuals has a lot to do with how these foreign blacks are even around us. Press 1. And how they took part in this grand fraud, deception, and theft of who we call African American. I'm gonna show y'all something. So a second ago, Kev did a thing on the SQV Trust. Not that you didn't know, but Kev did a thing on the SQV Trust, and so I'll be telling y'all, look at everything and do your homework. Something came up. Look, PL Stat 484, Canaan Law. Allodial American National Consulate for we the people. of allodial America. Gotcha. This is the honoring of the contract of theft. The Moors cannot operate out of anything else. They're in collusion with the downfall of you, Mr. Gillespie. Mr. Gillespie. What are you saying? I'm saying that you niggas got a lot of explaining to do other than Disney and the Pope. They're all wearing Taj hats and fezzes. Press 1, so we did a little research on PL8stat.484. Press 1. See? See, my Morris brothers? This is what make me superior. Without even going to no school, no Freemason club, no 7%er, no Noble Jew Ali, no nobody. It's me and my faith in my God. Press 1. I have a superior mindset, champions. I do. I can't even hide it no more. I tried to for so long. For so long. PLA stat. So the fraud department get back with me with the information. Would you like to see the information? Chat room. Press 1. This is why the Moors don't come on my show no more. They say this nigga care. Oh my goodness. Now watch this. Now watch this. This is gonna hurt a little bit. All right. There goes that Masonic handshake that y'all so scared of. The Moorish American Consular Court competent jurisdiction. Press 1. Moorish National Republic. Here, let me put it on the big screen. KevRow. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Told you they all operating off the water, off the commercial code, all off of seaweed. That's what I call y'all, seaweed. Press 1. Y'all not people of the land. Y'all belong in Turkey and Morocco somewhere. Now listen, we did a research on what? Pursuant to PL Stat 484. Exactly what I'm looking for. Press 1. You. Hit the like button and subscribe. Them. Got y'all ass. Hit that like button and subscribe. KevRow delivering uppercuts. Lefts and rights, we hit them up. Nah. Kicking y'all ass left and right. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna stand up and fight? We got the teachings right here. See? PL stat right there. Canaan law. Y'all, everything we against. We against you. See? You in collusion with this handshake. with them. So this is a what? A complaint. A Moorish American Consular Court competent jurisdiction. The true and de jure natural heirs and inheritors of the land. If that was true, you would be. Press 1. Ah. So we're in the right realm. We're in the right realm. See that? So y'all are in cahoots with the founding fathers of the Illuminati and debt slave system. In fact, you have a treaty with this sort of traveling world fair, some type of friendship treaty. So you guys are actually the criminals we looking for. We're not only looking for Rothschild and all of these boogeymen. We're looking for those who have stolen the king's postal allodial titles and things of this nature. That's what I'm looking for. Who did this? So you guys are pirates by nature, hijackers of knowledge and wisdom and astrology and all of these things when in fact you're nothing more but to clowns, to the jesters, to the bankers. And don't wonder why y'all all around me trolling. Press one. That's why. Trolling, trying to take from all around because y'all a bunch of bays. Y'all babies kids. Press one. That's what y'all is, babies kids. I ain't babies kids. I be clowning with you. I have a parents. Press one. A lot of y'all don't even know how to be because look what you're caught up in. I knew it. Serapis, Moon, ISIS. Press one. Shout out to the space cadets for destroying ISIS. Press one. Bars. Hit that like button and subscribe. Donald Trump is a fool. I love that guy right there. Hit that like button and subscribe. Told you. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on Earth. Y'all just sitting here and letting these people run laps over y'all. No, the true and de jure natural heirs and inheritors to the land. Oh, I thought you came from Spain and Portugal. The only contract you have is with the fraudulent government of America. You have no jurisdiction. So you thought you were an heir or an inheritor to whatever. It hadn't got you nothing but the same thing we got, which is a nice little apartment with numbers on the front so the mailman can drop off my shit from Amazon. I'm looking for the shit that matter. Okay, this is little knowledge to me. You see how fast I get on it, strangle them, press one, out of the allegory, then back on their neck where the gold. Nigga, this is the deal that knocked us out of position. Press one, this is the goal. Where y'all go? Hit the like button and subscribe. Y'all still want to motherfucking chase gold ships and play with Big Kev? Press one. I'm Big Clout. Raised by God himself. You can't fool me, Pookie and Ray Ray. Press one. You can't remember. I'm the one who told you they got 7 years from what? From the popes, the big Moor, the King Nimrod and them. They saying, hey, time to wrap it up with the peace treaty. Bullshit. It's over. And y'all sitting around like it's a dice game, and like y'all don't see LAPD staring at you with the lights on, talking about, hey, you, erase her head. Hey, you, erase her head. Press one, bars. Y'all don't even know where that's from, bro. Don't even play, bro. That's a cold movie. So, anyway, that's a cold movie. Hey, you, erase her head. If that ain't house party, nigga, bro, I'm ghetto with this transition. That was a cold crossover. You feel me? I know what movies y'all watch, bro. They like, oh shit, that was when Cud had the spotlight on Eraserhead, Cud. Y'all got a light? You got a motherfucking Bud Light. Turn around and put y'all goddamn ears. Yeah. I saw all the good movies. Press 1. Let me see. No claims of bankruptcy court shall be inherited or accepted. Getting so the Moors are in collusion with the incorporated thievery of America, who has placed their trust in these individuals. See, y'all don't became a virus to each other in y'all world. Press 1, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, y'all don't became a virus in your own world, G. So, yeah, that's the Mr. Smith. Like, all right, I can help y'all if y'all need some help, to be honest. I can help y'all get rid of Mr. Smith. Yes, I can help you get rid of this parasite. Press 1. What do you want, Mr. Gillespie? I see it now. What the fuck your goofy ass won't? Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe. Where y'all at? Where y'all Moorish people at, bro? Why y'all running from Kev, bro? That's not fair. Y'all can't run forever. Hit that like button and subscribe. Y'all are, in fact, Noble Drew Ali is, in fact, damn. Does the 7%ers believe in this stuff? Yup. Blue pill, red pill? Yup. Do they want to keep you in allegories all day, daydreaming, not ever realizing who's the real culprit? Press 1. You see that, Taj? This is like Scooby-Doo. You never know when motherfucking Shaggy and Scooby gonna be like, oh, wait a minute. Press 1. Taj hat. Press 1. Ah, bro. Y'all done fucked up and let the GDs in the door. Press 1. So the Nimrod hat wearers are the Taj hats. Press 1. I like messing with Taj. You know why I like messing with Nimrod hat? Because the hat symbolizes that his ass is cut the fuck off. Press 1. Did you know that? I'm going to give you a pointer. The first tyrant. So he's in association with them. Press 1 to take over the natural heirs. See, the Moors, they talk about the Sultan, but the truth about the Illuminati, Skull and Bones, and them being trustees means that the whole agreement is fraud, my Moorish brother. That means your agreement with these fools is fraud, and they know it, and I don't know if you don't know it, but you're trying to hold them up to an agreement that even the highest order, the fucking Knight of Templar, press 1, is in agreement with Mr. Gillespie. Could you believe that? The Knight of Templar and the New World Order, press 1, is in complete agreement with Mr. Kevin Gillespie. That's a square deal. There's no negotiation needed. See? No large theater. No nothing. There's Swisher Sweet, some coffee, and a cool collective personality. You can win. You can make it to the heights. Your teachings can make it all the way to Yale University. So y'all are this. Now y'all can scream, no, we not. Yes, you are. you this right here. So the Moorish worlds and the Moorish societies are all skulls and bones initiate into the federally recognized fraternity of secrecy of, well, don't say nothing. But Kev already told you these ain't nothing more than trustees who was waiting for their opportunity to cause in commercial law a state of peril to put you to bind you and to salvage you at the same time. So it's just like a corporation, a dead corpse adopted you into a dead state. A dead corporation adopted you, and now you believe in the God of the dead. Ptah. Press one. Peter, Prometheus, Nimrod, and all of these things. You caught worshiping other gods, like that type of shit. So that's what it's about. The Bible is all it is. This is all it is. They came together. All 50 nations are Moors in America by way of the federal government. If you can read what's on the screen, and I ain't talking about the words from that Moorish Baal system, press one, cash system, where they thieve and try to steal sovereignty. You can't steal the birthright. It's in their names, and most of you guys are foreigners. So that's what the trustees know. They got, well, you think you gonna let you on A level? Well, no. They know that they are just trustees, and they have no jurisdiction or no power to stop the coming forth of the inheritors or the people and God and the Spirit of the Lord and the coming Son of Man. They don't have the power to stop that. That's a legal process for the salvaging of organic people of the land. So Moorish power and Illuminati, which we're so scared of, which is Yale lodges and things of this nature. This is where all this is the source of power. It all stops here. No more allegories. KevRow. See? Now ain't no more allegories. Now, all right, now I'm pissed the fuck off. No allegories. 424-209-9506. Tell me what happened now. Let's break this down. 424-209-9506 is the number. No allegories needed. Just divine law. What is it? No gold. This is a service. No nothing. Just my soul and my vocal cords attached to my brain and heart and these lips. Come on. 424-20. Now let your freedom ring. 424-209-9506. So we teaching what they teaching at Yale University. They don't have a choice but to put my words in their mouth to stop this issue that we have here. Press one. Where are my Moorish friends? You should be at a point where you say, okay, Mr. fucking Gillespie, bro, why don't you be on our basketball team, bro? We black, bro. We at least be melanated, Kev. Press one. You don't want me on the basketball team? You gonna blackball me from the basketball team? Is that what you said? Press one. Nigga, I'm gonna get you out the situation your ass is in. I'm Steph Curry around this bitch. You just don't know it. That's all. You too caught up in your own fucking brain or somewhere lost. But y'all are in cahoots. You've accepted the lore, and being that you don't want to leave, press one. You want to claim natural heirs and inheritors to the land and native to the and organic and Indian and all these other things that Dan Calloway is making up and trying to throw shit at the wall to see what sticks. But guess what? The Illuminati knows, like I know, skulls and bones. Guess what? You don't inherit shit. Those deeds is fraud. You lucky to even be here this long. Because if they wake up you're getting deported. I just want you to know that with your hat on and everything. You're getting deported. You're not going to be wearing Jordans anymore. You're going somewhere else, buddy. If these African Americans wake up, y'all better shut the fuck up and stop helping them because they're going to fucking commercial law is different from land law. The law of the land. They believe in God again. They don't believe in allegorical riddles and fucking ghost stories of Scooby Doo. They got their hand on the criminals and they ain't letting go. But what about this character? Them motherfuckers don't give two shits about a damn character. They got their hand on us. They got us as the Lloyds of London, fool. That's who we are. Marrying Candace Owens is not going to change the fact that nigga them babies is white. Man, we in trouble. Fuck. American law, stupid. What's that one, Dad? Oh, when an American gal marry a foreigner, she's not entitled to the fucking inheritance. No fucking way. So he's fucking stuck with this mad fucking woman for forever. Press one. Hit that like button. How do you like those apples, George Farmer? So, Moorish National Republic, Federal Government of Northeast Amexem Territories and Dominions. So when the Pope wrote all of this to the federal government, he didn't write to y'all. He's the big Pope. He don't have to address nothing. You talking to a dead corporation in which your boss, the Pope, hold up, let me put the Pope up here because y'all must have forgot who the boss is. Press one. See, no, don't stop now. Might as well finish this good old story up. Where is they boss? This is why y'all can't talk about Woodrow Wilson and Pope Pius, because you'll be blowing your cover with your retarded ass. Press one. You better shut the fuck up when I bring up them Nazis in them Catholic church. You better shut your ass up right now. You feel me? Here go y'all leaders right here. Y'all better not say nothing. This y'all religion. Be quiet. Ain't no more fooling Mr. Gillespie. And we'd seen all that we need to see. I say we because I talk to God, and God knows my heart. So even when I don't talk, he read it already. Press one, so I'm telling. In fact, I already told. Press one. So y'all are in the biggest situation that you got yourself in a predicament, as they say in the movie Face Off. See? So all I got to do is this, rap these bars about how you deceived and you are the other blacks, the blacks to convince blacks to be black all the damn black time so they'll never wake up from this SQV dream world, Canaan law that the Bible speak of ever again. See what happens when I'm free? I destroy things. Press one, see what they don't want no black man running, and I'm the passive one. Wait till I tell Big U, Debo, and them. I'm the nice guy. Hey, Bocat. These guys, I'm the nice one. Oh, shit. What a predicament, Todd. Hey, Todd, tell them. Woo-wee. They got numbers and tattoos on their bodies and hairlines, and they eat fruit. These guys are big and buff and black. Press one and cause trouble. Woo. He said, Kev, talk to him before we do something. Them type of niggas. Bro, go on there and talk to him before we, bro, hang him upside down under the Catholic Church. So the Moors and all the things that come with the Moroccan flag and all of these different things and this treaty and the Christmas tree with the flag and the federal government. Y'all don't have no treaty outside the incorporation. Press one. So honestly, all we got to do is start a new nation. How do we start a new nation? These balls. Press one. You ever heard that joke before? I got all y'all. I How many people in the chat room? I just got their ass with that weak ass joke. uh, got him. Woo! I ain't ever got that joke off on that many people. Oh, this nigga. Man, bro, y'all left yourself open by not interacting. Hit that like button and subscribe. D-Jack, I'm a fool, huh, bro? Told you. Anytime y'all can get it, bro. Wake up. Wake up, champion. D-nuts. But one. And so y'all can't be heirs. You hear me, Morris World? You can't be an heir because you don't know knowledge and wisdom. You feel me? So I want y'all to pay attention to the deception and what is a more. Press 1. So we going to go down the YouTube alleyways and I'm going to show y'all because this has to be done. They were in cahoots. You know, there were black people who were with the Confederates dressed in clean clothes, hanging people. Do you know it wasn't just white people? Press 1. Hit the like button. You heard it here first. Y'all got to know the difference between a real Moor and a fake Moor. Press 1. A real Moor knows all of the commercial shit and the land law, and they are real travelers of the world, but have a homeland. Y'all pretenders. All y'all do is disguise yourself as black people of America. Press 1, and you guys look different. And I'm going to show you your genealogy real quick before I get up out of here because it's time for me to eat and bring coffee and Kush TV and talk about Ice Cube for a minute. Press 1. But I do want to break down like, bruh, y'all might have seen these people. These are different Africans, Jamaicans, all Moors. Press 1. I'm sorry to tell you, Frenchmen. It's sorry to tell you, a lot of y'all are foundationally black America, and you can't be nothing else but a black man in America. And I'm sorry for intruding on your blackness. My thing is for the people who think like me or want to learn too. Press 1. So y'all with them. This is my good friend, Morris World TV. He is like the cousin of Sarnetta. I don't know if they just look alike and all he does is play around. He ain't got no knowledge. But if you look at his features, you see them big, bulgy, Moorish, North African, Sahara Desert eyes and that European Babylonian from Popeye's face. Press 1, and all they do is Babylon and Babylon. Press 1, but he's different from Jacob. You see, Jacob is smooth all over. Like the Bible say, look, Jacob, press 1, he ain't talking about don't got a mustache or nothing like that. He ain't talking about that smooth. You know why? Because this smooth is like Mexicans come across the border trying to buy some new Jordans. They're paisa. And that ain't happening. Press 1. We know he got a full facial beard. Press 1. So you look like a black paisa because in real life, we don't look like that. Press 1. See me? Press 1. And I cut my hair. They cut all it, and you can see the whole print. So why they want to dress up like little Babylonian people? I don't know. I think he eat booty or something. Press 1. It's just so it don't become the sticky. Hit that like button and subscribe. But look at the personality.
Building.
Look, Divine 7.
You know, they talk about our brothers and sisters, the tethers, but we in the building with the family.
The tethers.
Hold up.
The tethered are tethered. Like, without the federal government, without them being tethered and in friendship, they're dead. They're dead. Oh my goodness, get you an African American woman. Woo! Woo-wee. But anyway, shout out to Morris World, bro. I don't want to do you like that. But to be real, I got to show my audience the difference between you guys and us. Hit that like button and subscribe. I got to show my audience before we get back to the Sescu V Trust. You see that hat right there? You see that Buddha hat right there? You see Atlas holding up the world right there? A lot of symbology, all relating back to the Greek gods of they black Greek gods that they say they from Egypt. That didn't even make sense. You know why? Nothing they do ever makes sense. You have a cut off hat, sir. You have a Taj on your head. Press 1. Where Taj at? Taj, he got you on his hat. Press 1. Taj ran away and never came back. He said, fuck this, man. They talking about me. I'm in my feelings. I can't help that my name is a hat of the Moorish community and my knowledge is of that of Cosmo. And I'm always dwelling and changing subject. Press 1. Look, the hidden will be revealed. Where Taj go? Taj, this is your hat. Press 1. Yeah, I knew you was a brimless hat. There you go. It's brimstone. Hit that like button and subscribe. He tried to pop up at the right time with the same emoji. He ain't fooling us. Taj know he fucked up. Well, he was fucked up with that quantum. I threw his ass off. Now, he know he can't jump this Illuminati gap here, so he had to stay looking for motherfucking chips and gold. Press 1. Hit that like button. Hey, DJ. He know. I fucked him out there, that DJ. He know he can't do nothing. He know Kev is out of allegories, cuz done broke the shit down, and that's pretty much. He did not want to end up here with the bucket hat. Press 1. He did not want to end up. You feel me? So when you see Morris World TV, he wear Taj hat. So look, the Negro Holocaust in America, they can't stop Yale University from telling the truth. If Yale University and the Nazis are all part in the Catholic, then you too can be a part of this too, sir. You guys are no different because we are pursuant to the same thing you talking about. Pursuant to PLA, boom, 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 boom. So guess what? Guess what Kevin Gillespie got to do for him and the people that fall under Kev? So Kev got to do the same thing y'all did. Look at this one. Pursuant to PL8 Stat 4. Because I got the same issue. In fact, I'd like to thank both of y'all for having a problem with each other. Press 1, because without both of y'all fighting over us, well, I wouldn't even know what the fuck y'all was fighting for. Press 1. So now I got a reason. I care about my people. My people. Y'all already made pacts with the federal government. Look, y'all got a shaking of a hand, and you're the top more. I have no quarrels with you losers. I mean, guys. Press 1. Listen. Do not. You can complain to them about reparation all you want when you're with your hand shaking ass. Press 1. See how you got to look at them? Now you know. And look, another tree. They don't believe in the Bible. Press 1. They believe in taking your natural heirs and inherit. They got the same idea as goddamn the United States federal government when they bombarded your dumb ass, our people, and slaughtered us. They in the same. How? Because you know why? Let's go to Exhibit 8 in the black community. Press 1. Somebody said, get them, Kev. See, this is all about trafficking. So what did they do? Oh, they sent in, the Nazis sent in the black leaders, to portray them. And who's the big Messiah? Garvey. Press 1 was sent to save black people, yet he was a Frenchman. Where y'all at? Kev out here stomping on shit like he in New York in a Snoop Dogg video, bro. Y'all better get out of here, bro. Y'all ain't gonna let this nigga beat y'all up over this airwave like this one. Press 1 chat room. Call them out. I won't smoke with all the Moors world Templehead Moors who are in collusion with the German Gestapo, the Nazi regime. Come on. I'm already proving that y'all with them. We got y'all in Nazi flags in Somalia, bro. In North Africa, in Morocco, Italy. We seen y'all black people before, and guess what? They got on Wakanda outfits like today, so ain't shit changed. That's why that's why you niggas can't exist out of time immemorial. Y'all fucked up. You know why? Because Kev Gills found that 1,000 years of that 1,000-year right that y'all made up. Like y'all been here, press 1. See, when Kev found that missing link, that 1,000 years missing, press 1. Woo! Press 1. Oh, when you remove things off of walls. Oh, and they go back in no Roman numerals. They get their time and place. Press 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The devil was allowed to roam for how long? Until the fucking end of time, nigga. Press 1. Don't think y'all was about to go to sleep. I'm the leader. Press 1. Nigga, this KevRow University. Yale University wishes they had KevRow University to teach at Yale. And I'm down here in the street fucking niggas up. Press 1 like Tupac say. By adding 1M, they have inserted 1,000 years of false history into our timeline, my Morris brother. Hit that like button as I prepare my order for lunch because I feel good today. Make sure y'all support this broadcast and everything that we do over here because Mr. Gillespie is about to make some trips around America. Shout out to Kanisha for helping me out with my lunch today. She brought an apple. Press 1. That's all I can add. Don't worry, boo-boo. I'm ordering McDonald's. I don't even do Red Lobster, none of that. I keep it trail. And look, with that, I unlock $20 Uber cash. Praise 3 orders of rides. Oh, phone them. Nigga. I'm getting it. Right here at lunchtime. I'm a hustler, baby. Oh, I didn't want you to know. You got to let them know. They say, why, Kev? Why you got Uber? I feel like a delegate with Uber. Press 1. I wish I would have created this app where I can hire people to bring me some shit. Because, you know, when we used to be at the house, we'd be like, hey, bro, could you go to McDonald's for us? And they'd be like, man, fuck that, bro. Give me $10 in gas, bro. I'll go get you a cheeseburger. You're like, well, in that case, let me give me a $30 meal and give you $8 in gas, bro. Press 1 because it's right there. Press 1. And I'm getting you something. But now they got this good invention called Uber. And it allows me to read newspapers in the back of people's cars, act like I'm going places. Press 1. I feel like I'm rich. Hit the like button and subscribe. I feel like I'm rich with Uber rides. Think about it. When you're rich, how much does a ride take you? And when you have to order a chauffeur, $50, $60 a ride, $120 for them rich corporate motherfuckers. Nigga, please. I want to feel like that too. When I go, I'm choosy. I don't got choosy with the shit. When I do Uber, I only do eco-friendly. Put me in the back of the Tesla. I don't want to feel no fucking bums. Press 1. I want nice people. Don't pick me up in your your fucking Acura 2011. I don't want, bro. No, I'm not doing it. Get somebody else. So anyway, 1,000-year reign. So this is why y'all can't stay out of, because they got you and they added 1,000 years. They may have added more, but I'm saying the stories themselves are a recreation of history, which is why you see so much theater. Press 1. You see so much theater because on some real shit, they had to make it look a certain way. They have to put themselves inside. You're only going to get out of time by knowing 1,000 years. Okay? This is the Merovingian, the Frenchman in the Matrix, nigga. Okay? I need y'all to understand that, KevRow. This is highly intelligent. This is not AI. I'm not a puppet. I'm not I'm not none of that shit. 1,000 years. Remember that. So when you looking back at, does 1,000 years go back to time immemorial? Yes or no in my classroom? That we got to go back to I'm serious. Okay? Sign up to my Patreon. Everybody right now. Go to my patreon.com, sign up. Get on there. If y'all want to play poker, play fucking poker. Stop running. Press 1. I'm ready right now. Y'all scary. Press 1. I'll start the pot with $100. Press 1. And then it grows from there. Press 1. Y'all got it. Pot at Kev buying in at 100. So it's already starting at 100, nigga. Anyway, you know where I stand. Y'all know where I'm at. So anyway, when you insert 1,000 years inside of people, inside of the minds, the consciousness, to make it appear like what? You been here. So 1,000 years in the year 890 AD. You hear me? That's why they always got to go, Taj, to where? Where did they talk about the king? So where was King George and all this? They skipped right over you. You see what I'm saying? They skipped all the way to get back to a land before time, nigga. That's what I mean by that. They have placed history in reverse and inserted 1,000 years. Why? To place themselves before you and call themselves what? Native American. Oh, that means Indian with a feather on my head. See, these are all Moors from the church, from the Pope. The black ones too. What are they? Same thing. The black Moors is like Dan Calloway. Dan Calloway want to be from Niji. Then he want reparation. Then the blacks was the slave master. Then we was the slaves. Then Harriet Tubman didn't exist. He just all over the place. They don't know what to do no more. They're out of everything, bro. The only thing they know, you an Indian. You're not an Indian, bro. An Indian is a federalized, naturalized 14th Amendment citizen and a thief. Damn, bro. KevRow and a thief, a heritage pirate. That nigga Kev fucking y'all up on this internet. Come on with it. Put your dukes up. Press 1. Get out of here. Teach y'all little homies how to squabble. Teach y'all little homies how to squabble. Press 1. Just put it in perspective, my guy. Put it into perspective. How long is the devil allowed to rule? 1,000 years. And why the Bible didn't give you a date on that? You don't even know when the 1,000 years or nothing. You just believing in stuff. You don't even know. 1,000 years. And then after the 1,000 years, the devil must be what? To no longer what? Deceive the nation. The Bible say, Kev, kill. Look, KevRow. 1,000 years. Then it's all about deceive the whole world. Y'all getting caught up in too much of the allegorical concept of it when it's parable. Not for you to fall in. You fell into the parable and allegorical concept when it's a hidden meaning. The 1,000 until you wake up. Until this is no longer, until the end of time. Like Tupac said. I guess it'll all be going on until the devil get placed in his hole, like Nipsey said. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's all I'm saying. Subscribe and contribute to the show. Ali Ware says, for the spirit of truth, bro. Shout out to you, champion Brian King. Shout out to you, Kanisha. Shout out to you, Mook, Betty. Shout out to y'all. Lord have mercy. We on fire. And I don't mean like bad fire. We on fire. Like this is deep, bro. So they placed them. I proved it all already.
Unknown caller.
I'm proving it right now. This is John 16. I say I'm gonna prove it in time, champion. Coffee and Kush TV. The Carolinas, you on the air. What up?
How you doing?
What up with it?
I wanted to call in and share some information on the Pirates.
Go ahead.
I found the Perth agreement. I'm trying to pull it up so I can read what it is. I got it right here. The Perth agreement was made in Australia in 2011 by the prime ministers of what were then the 16 states known as the Commonwealth realms, all recognizing Elizabeth II as their head of the state. The document agreed that the governments of the realms would amend their laws concerning the concessions to their shared throne and related matters, replacing male preference primogeniture under males that take precedence over females in the royal succession with absolute primogeniture, and ending disqualification of any person who had married a Catholic, requiring that only 6 people closest to the throne require the monarch's permission to marry. And it says something about breaching legal qualification of heirs apparent. In some jurisdictions, an heir apparent can automatically lose their status by breaching certain constitutional rules. A British heir would lose their status if he or she became a Catholic.
I told
you. This is the only religion based.
Yep.
This is the only religion-based restriction on the heir apparent. Marrying a Catholic also equates to losing their status. However, the government of the then 16 Commonwealths, now 15, of which King Charles III is monarch, agreed to remove the restrictions on marriage to a Catholic. All of the Commonwealth realms subsequently passed legislation to implement the change.
Hell the Queen.
Then,
so they made it all. They removed the male, castrated the males, and upheld a monarch, which was a stolen crown, and all held the queen. Like what? This is insane. What is this again? What is this?
A Perth agreement. Perth.
And who is this with? Oh, this is what. Oh, gotcha.
And then I see collateral descendant is a legal term for a relative descendant from a sibling of an ancestor and thus a niece, nephew, or cousin. This authoritative authority, they don't have no legitimate power.
I'm blown away. Yeah, they don't have jurisdiction over a sovereign freeman. Any jurisdiction. And it's a faulty. It's a fraud. It just like damn.
Oh, then I found this guy named Donald S. Lutz, Lutz.
Okay.
And The American Revolution marked a departure in the concept of popular sovereignty as it had been discussed and employed in the European historical context. American revolutionaries aimed to substitute the sovereignty in the person of King George III with a collective sovereign composed of the people.
Gotcha.
Thenceforth, American revolutionaries generally agreed with and were committed to the principle that governments were legitimate only if they rested on popular sovereignty, that is, the sovereignty of the people. This was linked with notion of the consent of the governed, the idea of people as sovereign, and had cleared the 17th, 18th century intellectual roots in English history. It says to speak of popular sovereignty is to place ultimate authority in the people. There are a variety of ways in which sovereignty may be expressed. It may be immediate in the sense that people make the laws themselves or mediate through representatives who are subject to election and recall. It may be ultimate in the sense that people have a negative or veto over legislative, or it may be something much less dramatic. In short, popular sovereignty covers a multitude of institutional possibilities in case, however, popular sovereign assumes the existence of some form of popular consent. And it is for this reason that every definition of Republican government implies a theory of consent. The application of the doctrine of popular sovereignty receives particular emphasis in American history. Christian G. Fritz. Did we say that name the other day, Fritz?
Yes.
And we already know what an absolute monarch is. And then I found the Minister of War. And his name is Antonio Oscar D. Fragoso Carmona. From 1869 to 1951, a Portuguese army officer and politician who served as the Prime Minister of Portugal from 1926 to 1928. He's a part of the coup d'etat over in, hell, it's all related.
So let's put it in perspective. Let's go, because again, they beat us legally. They beat us in trust law and turned us into citizens of dead citizens. So how do you see that?
Just as you said it, they put it in paperwork, formed offices and administrations, and they put it all in the format with a seal, and it became legal.
At least on the surface. At least on the surface. But yeah, anything else? Go ahead.
I found something on Pope Pius X in 1904. It said, ordered by Pope Pius in 1904 and carried out by the Commissions for the Codification of Canon Law led by Pietro Cardinal Gasperi. The work to produce the code was completed and promulgated under Pope Benedict XV on May 27, 1917, coming into effect in May 1918. The 1917 Code Canon Law has been described as the greatest revolution in canon law since the time of Gratian.
Makes sense
And,
from their perspective.
And to me, this is like the beginning of penal code law.
Right. Right, because you're
And
actually fighting a war by way of corporate, well, commercial law, and it's not overt, it's covert. So they wouldn't even know what hit
so,
them
so
until a perilous state drove them. Like, what the fuck was that? Or earthquake, or a flood, or something, to where when they came back to, they didn't have anything. But go ahead, King.
this falls all up under corpus juris canon canoncy, and like I said, 1917 Code of Canon Law. Then they amended it. 1983 Code of Canon Law was the last time they amended it. And what else? Oh, I found dispensation Catholic canon law. And it says, in the jurisprudence of the canon law of Catholic Church, a dispensation is the exemption from immediate obligation of law in certain cases. Its objective is to modify the hardship of often arising from the rigorous application of general law to the particular cases. In essence, it is to preserve the law by suspending its operation in such cases. Then you have derogation, is a legal term of art. The term is also used in the Catholic canon law and in this context differs from compensation in that it applies to the law, whereas this dispensation applies to the specific people affected by the law. Then next was peremptory norm, is a fundamental principle of international law that is accepted by the international community of states as a norm which no derogation is permitted. There is no universal agreement regarding precisely which norms are just cogent, nor how a norm reaches that status, but it is generally accepted that just cogent bans genocide, maritime piracy, enslaving in general, slavery as well as slave trade, wars of aggression and general territorial aggrandizement, torture, and refoulement. The latter two are evolving and controversial as they may rest mainly on the definition of torture in regards to criminal sentencing. If sentencing is not cruel, inhuman, or degrading, but arbitrary or disproportionate convictions are imposed, then a state's refoulement were limited to the returning of unsustained asylum claimants may still be lawfully conducted to many such countries which are judicially developed and such as those lacking a clear separation of powers with a relatively heightened risk of political persecution and reports of unfair trials. Then you have self-determination. The rights of a people to self-determination is a cardinal principle in the modern international law, commonly regarded as just Cogan's rule, binding as such on the United Nations as authoritative interpretations of the charter norms. It states that people, based on respect for the principle of equal rights and fair equality and opportunity, have the right to freely choose their sovereignty and international political status with no interference. The concept was expressed in the 1860s and spread rapidly thereafter. During and after World War I, the principle was encouraged by both Soviet Premier Vladimir Lenin and United States President Woodrow Wilson.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Having announced his 14 points January 8th, 1918. Then you have nationalism. Nationalism is an idea and movement that holds that nation should be congruent with the state. As a movement, it tends to promote the interests of a particular nation, as in a group of people, especially with the aim of gaining and maintaining the nation's sovereignty, self-governance over its homeland. To create a nation state it holds that each nation should govern itself free from outside interference, self-determination, that a nation is a natural and ideal basis for polity, and that the nation is the only rightful source of political power. It further aims to build and maintain a single national identity based on a combination of shared social characteristics such as culture, ethnicity, geographic location, language, politics, government, religion, traditions, and belief in a shared singular history, and to promote national unity or solidarity. Nationalism, therefore, seeks to preserve and foster a nation's traditional culture. There are various definitions of a nation which lead to different types of nationalism. The two main forms are ethnic nationalism and civic nationalism. Then next I found romanticism, which I can't believe this was tied in, but it's a romantic movement. Romantic era was an artistic and intellectual movement that originated in Europe towards the end of the 18th century. In most parts, Europe, romanticism was characterized by its emphasis on emotions and individualism, as well as glorification of the past and nature, preferring the medieval to classical. Romanticism was partly a reaction to the Industrial Revolution and the prevailing ideology of the Age of Enlightenment, especially the scientific rationalization of nature. It was embodied most strongly in the visual arts, music, literature. It has also had a major impact in historiography, education, chess, social science, and natural sciences. It had a significant and complex effect on politics. Romantic thinking influenced conservatism, liberalism, radicalism, and nationalism. And I think through the contracts and linguistics, I bumped into bound and free morpheme. And it say in linguistics, a bound morpheme is a morpheme elementary unit of morphosyntax that can appear only as part of a large expression, while a free morpheme or unbound morpheme is one that can stand alone. A bound morpheme is a type of bound form, and a free morpheme is a type of free form.
So a bound, that sounds like a serum. What is morphine? What is that?
I believe it's like the it's like whatever you read and with the linguistics, it's the way the sentences are structured. So
Right. We
you
were
will
talking
read
about
something.
a syntax, correct? We were just they mentioned syntax, and we're pretty much got new to that whole different language of communication. But let's take that into perspective. Could that mean there are two morphemes in a hospital sense? What is morphine?
Let me look that up
Yes,
real
sir.
quick.
Yes, sir. Because I think that's like important. Like, what is morphine? We're dealing with two different. We're talking about a bounding, sounding,
Hey,
collective
it's a
slave state, or what?
it's a meaningful morphological unit of a language that cannot be further divided. Element considered with respect to its functional relations in a linguistic system.
Okay.
Then you also have lexicons. Lexicons is in linguistics also. In another word, onomatopoeia or topia. It conforms to some extent to the border linguistic system. Hence, the sound of a clock may be expressed as tick-tock in English, tic-tac in Spanish, and Italian. Uh, in the use or creation of a word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound that it describes.
But check this out. Morphine is a narcotic.
Yeah.
It can treat moderate to severe pain. But go ahead.
So that would basically still mean like it's a words that will have you drugged or in dissolution.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be poisonous slick talk words. When you bitten by a snake,
All
does
of
it
this,
cause disillusion? When you bitten by a rattlesnake, doesn't it cause those symptoms of disillusion and mad state? But go ahead. Sound like a split tongue. Go ahead.
a forked tongue.
A
That
forked
make a
tongue.
lot of sense right there.
Yeah, yeah, because the
Yeah.
snake, the venom, and all of that, So there's terrible venom and an anti venom. But go ahead. I'm just like, damn,
Okay.
okay, that's crazy.
Um, okay. So then I was looking under this thing called online systems for clerkship application and review, and
Yeah.
this falls under the duties of federal law clerks, and they're maintaining the public trust and ethics for federal judicial law clerks, and then under that they have like an overview of a scope. And when I was looking to that, that was reminding me of when you were talking about the grid program. And then they have a link for their history and saying stuff like the judicial employees should uphold integrity and independence and basically perform under this canon law. And I forgot that thing I said, that motto. It was like the bellum omni something. Basically, all nations against all. They kind of say it all about they all came together, 5 races under one, and 50 states, 56 members of states to take up against us, the prisoners of war. Um, I'm pretty sure I got some more stuff, but it's so scattered. I'm trying to organize it. I just called back. I just called back in. Hello? Hello?
Well, I hope y'all got something out that car. Went out there to get my my lunch. But yeah, Morpheus equals morphine equals Morpheus. We're still talking about something else, a dangerous verbiage. Cap vlog. The morphine reminds me of the brazen serpent in a clever way to let you know, if you're wise enough, how to tell the difference between it. Oh, so That's incredible. Again, the university is this is a beautiful time to be alive. I'm gonna tell you that. Yale University is teaching about the American Negro Holocaust. A 1,000 years of, I mean, literally 1,000 years. Hit that like button. And we finding all this information out about the SESQV Trust and all of these bankers, the bank fraud that was pulled over our people's minds. That's crazy, bro. Did we know we was in a trust? I don't know what people knew. I know I didn't know. And this is big because you fighting for reparations and don't even know what you fighting for. Why is Tariq Nasheed fighting for reparations but not arguing what they did? Slavery. Mm-hmm. These people are Moors masquerading as you and I. Why are you fighting for reparations? The Moors will fight for reparations. They'll try to sue the federal government. You get it? The Moors will sue the federal government, and Tariq Nasheed want reparations. They want reparations. You joined up for this. You came over here with the knowing y'all was gonna get a benefit. You got your benefit. Your benefit was a temporary allodial title until these people woke up. Somebody has to pretend to be black. Somebody has to pretend to be a New World Order. Everybody has a role to play. They played theirs. They are saying, hey, we were trustees. This ain't even our money. This ain't our land or nothing. See, the difference is these other people don't even know what God is. They don't even know what God is. They just in some shit. They don't even know. So over here with the knowing. So when I play the tape and play the video of the sister breaking down the trust that was stolen and how you were genocided out, put into prison camps, private prisons, all the way up until now, and how they've been able to do this and not be charged or nothing like that. Again, we got a lot of black people pretending. Everybody don't want this system in particular to fall, and a lot of people don't want a king of Israel. A lot of people don't want a patriarchy in America, or don't know how to live without mama and all of this nonsense and banging their head on Christian. They just don't know how to. They like to pretend they believe in God, but don't know any word of God. No law, nothing. They don't just know nothing. Don't even know how to be content with what they have. So I've decided, like, my life is just changing. Look at what I'm coming across. Look at where my teachings are. I'm not looking for you to validate me because you're going to say I'm in my ego. Well, if you come from nothing and your teachings of the Negro Holocaust of the 1800s and the 1900s leading into today, if you don't know what that means to an individual to see that at Yale University being taught, that's beautiful. I don't know what to tell you. as I told y'all not teaching me by regurgitating what I say. But since you want to be that type of student, fine. Now I know it's worth something. You want to get an A in class? Fine. Want to get an A? Fine. I'm inspiring new thought. This right here is for us. Rod came with this. There's all this information out here. And it says right here, so you're not stuck. The Negro was betrayed by its own country. It resulted in disenfranchisement, and they became second-class black citizens to white. And again, it's a status requirement. So you're black, you're white. They thought it was racial. It was never racial. It was status. You black because you don't got a benefit. You don't have an inheritance. Black mean lost at sea. And once you lost at sea, a separate beneficiary package trust can be opened for your sake and be used for others. It can be opened up in your name and be used for others. See, and this is what you fell into, and you died. And you ain't caught a breath of fresh air yet. Because you're too busy swimming in allegories, banging your head, and we just proved to you. The brother just called in. I wasn't here in his last statements because I had to run outside and grab my food. But guess what? You can't even marry a Catholic. Does that sound familiar? That sound like Georgia's law. Remember, they wouldn't fucking with the Catholics. They're Nazis, and they will enslave you with debt and food gold and steal your resources.
Unknown caller.
Press 1.
Call from
Brian King.
Brian King, you on the air? What up?
What's up, sir? How you doing? Good afternoon.
Man, I'm
I'm just calling in. You say you doing good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a good day, man. I appreciate you getting on the air again and just, revealing everything that you've been revealing to us. I just wanted to call in and do my part by, partaking in the show, speaking, using my voice, showing that I'm not incompetent, and so I just want to thank you. And then I did research on Skulls and Bones a little bit when I seen the title of the show this morning when I woke up. I'm getting ready for an interview. That's why I'm in the car. But I seen how Skulls and Bones was created in 1832, which is about 30 years before the 13th and the 14th Amendment went into an effect, like you said, to make the American Negro into a criminal and a minor and a second-class citizen. So I'm seeing this timeline of even the tycoons that they call them, the big tycoons,
Yes,
and
sir.
big people that they say that help shape the American dream and America to what it is, like the Rockefellers, Charles Schwab,
Yes.
Andrew Carnegie. I just came across another guy named, give me 1 second. His name it's called the Phipps family, so it's spelled Phipps. And the crazy thing is, I think we got another character here just for the simple fact that they said that the Phipps family is of the United States is a prominent American family that descends from Henry Phipps Jr. Okay, but the funny thing about Henry Phipps Jr. is his middle name is Carnegie. But they're not trying to say that him and Carnegie are related, but they said that they was business partners. So I'm just confused how they got the same name, but they not related. And they was around at the same exact time, and they look exactly the same. This Henry Phipps Jr. guy looked just like Andrew Carnegie, just a younger version of him, down to the mustache, beard, and everything.
Yeah.
But these people, like I said,
Same person, different time zone type of thing.
Yes, sir. That's playing characters, at the same time, just trying to pull it off on someone else. And these people own huge companies like the W.R. Grace and Company, Technology Trust Company. It's an industry of raw materials. You remember we went over raw materials with these steel companies, and you remember you talking Holocaust, you talking the burning of organic flesh, and these different things. And when you make it real to us that we are the commodity, I came across this kind of article online last night, and it was coming from someone who doesn't obviously believe in the word of God because they think they can do it themselves. But since you allow me to see with the Gillespie glasses, I can read this article and see where, if he had God in him, he'll see it would make more sense. But it talks about how there's three in trust law. There's three seats basically. You have the trustee, you have the beneficiary, and then you have the executor, who is the excuse me. So you got the trust, then you got the trustee of that trust, you have the executor, who's the administrator of it, who's basically controlling that trust for the beneficiary. And so it all came to me last night when I was looking, because I ain't gonna lie, I bought a scratch off and I used a quarter, and it just, I was listening to your show, I was doing a scratch off, and on the back of my quarter it said Rockefeller. And it was just hitting me how this America that, I think I live in, a lot of us think that we live in, it's not what it is. It's not what it seems. It made me think about like Man in a High Castle, where, they got everybody thinking we won the war and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just, when I seen that Rockefeller on the coin on the back of my quarter last night, it just, I don't know why, it hit me different when I just really sat and seen, like, in real life, this stuff is playing out, and you got to really use your brain. But when I read this article here, it's kind of long, but, I won't go through it long paragraphs, but this guy is basically trying to say, he breaks down how even when you go to court, how the clerk is basically essentially assigning the prosecutor to be the executor, and at the time that they have you say your name, you are identifying that trust, and then the judge. So that basically the rule of the game is they want to be the beneficiary, but they have to have you switch roles, so that they can tap into the trust and charge that trust. And it goes back to I took a screenshot of when it says Canon 1291 on that STV truck screenshot slide you have on. It all hit me. I was trying to explain it to my girlfriend, because I'm not gonna lie. I've incorporated some businesses and stuff, and I had a nonprofit before. I'm not gonna lie. A couple of years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. And now that I'm understanding terminologies and stuff, it just hit me when you go to Canon 1291. It says all SQV trusts are temporary testamentary trust holding estates. A valid certificate or instrument is required to be issued for their birth. So this is talking about, an instrument is a legal document, as we know. And so that birth certificate is the required legal instrument that they need at the time of birth, so that it is technically declaring the true beneficiary. So that is the factual evidence, legal document, showing that there was a natural birth and that there's a beneficiary. So that just shows birthrights in itself, I feel like, because it shows as soon as that birth happens, there's a that birth of that child coming into this world is a beneficiary. But it goes on to say after that, as you see on the slide, it says true benefit, declaring the true beneficiary dead. So it's like the moment it's born is the moment it's dead by being on that certificate, legal document. Until
you're a stillborn.
There you go. Yes,
so
sir.
Even though your eyes see a baby crying, the baby is dead, and you don't know you living.
The baby is dead.
The baby is dead, and not even that, not just dead, incompetent, or
yes, sir.
Shit. There's so much that they can diagnose
to
make it fit the profile of anyone that will label it dead or lost at sea. Incompetence is big,
right.
and But being that we are all black, and it might say black on our birth certificate, that's dead at birth.
Right.
If we're black
Yes, sir.
and it says black, then we're dead at birth. Legally
That's
dead.
right.
Go
That's
ahead.
right.
And we can't die twice.
Yeah, you
That's
literally-
double jeopardy or something. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's literally the transfer of status right then and there on that birth certificate.
Facts.
You're transferring you don't even have to say that you're alive. You don't need no. The only thing you would need is a birth record, but not a birth certificate. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? And then it says after that, it says if a private company, it is a certificate of incorporation. So that just helped me because it was like when I started these businesses, I realized I thought it was cool. You know, I was young. I'm like, you can start a business and that's a living entity. Like it's literally, it has this, what you call an EIN number,
Yes.
employer identification
Yes.
number. That's like your social security number for your business. I'm like, you know, I thought it was cool. I'm like, you get this business, it's a living entity, just like I'm a living entity. Is weird. And then, but when I see it like this, if a private company is a certificate of incorporation, if you own a business, everybody got a certificate of incorporation. So it just showed me how we're talking commerce,
Are
we're talking
corporations
commercial, we're talking.
So-
Corporation has no corpus.
So they're dead.
That's right.
Now watch this. In commerce, dealing with our birth certificates, are we soulless?
You said, say that again. I'm sorry.
Are we soulless?
Right now, in our status, I
Yes.
believe we are.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because you're operating out of your strawman, which is a living entity with no soul.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
get it?
You're every time you identify with that, like you said, yes, sir, that straw man, you're not even a living person. You just identifying with that straw man. Yes, sir.
You're giving
It was,
life to an entity. You're giving life to a dead entity that cannot be resuscitated and all type of dumb shit when you really think about it. But
Right.
it's dead. So you yourself being a corporate entity, you're dead.
Right.
And since you dead, they can kill you and you're already dead. You're incorporated.
So then they could, yeah.
They can execute the trust. It can be
That's
judge,
right.
jury, and what? Executioner.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Well, look at YMW Melly. Look what he going through.
Right.
He just don't know. He on a live wire right now.
Right. Right.
On an auction block.
Man.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Them niggas is on the auction block, champion. He gave a reason
Yeah.
to be a 14th Amendment citizen. He think this shit is funny. You about to lose your inheritance. You about to lose your whole name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your kids, bro. Your
Man.
kids, bro. Your future kids. Your name.
Man, that's
Your father's kid. Your
Yeah,
sons.
that's what-
You feel me? You're an heir to all of that.
yes, sir.
It don't mean nothing to our niggas. Our names don't mean shit because we ain't taught that we
No more,
actually
right.
matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't
That's
taught
right.
that shit.
Yes, sir. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you don't even you and then you grow up in this criminal mindset with hip hop and everything else, and then you don't even realize, like you said, that you are worth way more than that. You're not supposed to be criminal like mindset. You are a stand up person. You're a gentleman. That's what you're supposed to be.
Bingo.
And knowing the law. That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate you because this is yeah. And then I wanted to point out one more thing, man. I seen it came out today. I guess Ice Cube met with one of the president's sons or something like that, one of the Kennedys or something. But I said, man, I thought you would laugh at this. I said, and you already knew it from with the contract back in the day with Trump and stuff
Remember
like that.
I told
Who's
you about
watching you,
Ice Cube?
Mr.
Remember I told you about Ice Cube?
That's right. You see
and
what
they
he
were
said,
using
right?
him as a
You see what he said?
Huh?
Yeah. You see what he said, right? He literally caught these people watch you so much that they get out here and they use your lingo, sir. He said when they called him out for, I guess, meeting with whoever you meeting with, that's what it wasn't even what I was paying attention to. It was when he said, y'all need to get back on the short bus and go back to Bungalow 51.
Who?
He said Bungalow 51.
Who, Ice Cube?
The short
Ice
bus.
Cube said it.
Yeah, Ice Cube said it. He said y'all need to get back on the short bus. He said y'all think like y'all on the short bus. Y'all need to get back on. Y'all need to go back to Bungalow 51.
And
I said
Ice
it's
Cube
really
say
Bungalow 54.
Why would Ice Cube
Right.
say go back to the Bungalow 51, bro? Why don't Ice Cube just be real that he's in the bungalows? Well,
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
I got a
that's why I was laughing.
See, you in the bungalow because you the one working with Biden. Talking about you finna give a contract to motherfucker, but you in the bungalow. So you not only are you deceptive in that, you trying to take my shit and turn it into your shit.
That's what they keep doing, man. They love to take from you, man. I just see it, and I just see it in the real
and feed Weinstein and them. So that's why I'm
Yep.
bringing Ice Cube up because he been with these people and he's showing himself. He's a probably one of these star boys, scout troop of the neighborhood house, and probably was a watch gatekeeper himself all this time. And now that the gatekeepers are pretty much shutting down shop, now they mad at their old friends. I'm tired of these people.
Right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I seen that and I just laughed. I said, "Oh man, I know who he be watching."
Oh yeah,
he's
watching
watching you because ain't nobody ever said it like that. You the only one that ever said it.
They're millionaires. Yeah. They're not contributors to my show, but they can take from.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
No, they can't put a brother like me in position to be a speaker. No, but they can take some little things here and there. That's why I show no mercy, Brian King. Go ahead, champion.
I hear you. Yes, sir. That's why it just shows that they got that spirit in them, and that's they hate it. You know, they just they
piracy.
That's
shit.
when you don't want to, man. Yeah, you want to take somebody's position.
About Ice Cube came over to remember them Cypress Hill, and he was sitting over. Then they heard his song. Like, wait a minute, that's our shit. This nigga. Yep, these niggas.
Yep.
Cypress Hill said the same thing about the nigga, bro.
Man.
You don't want to be believing, but I'm from LA, the real LA. You feel me? Not Hollywood, not way down somewhere where they ain't supposed to be. So I am the type of nigga you would have to try to emulate on the low.
Right.
You feel me? Extra character, funny, laughing, but still tied to the street, very intelligent. You feel me? So they tried it. They can't be that.
Everything they trying to portray to be.
Listen to Ice Cube during his interviews. And then they trying to make him a community leader. Then they go, that's all he say, bro.
Right.
So it's all good. It's all good.
Yes,
enjoy the rest, champion.
All right, man. God bless you, man. Appreciate it, sir.
Appreciate it, King. My man. That's why I do this for them. I do this for them to get wrapped up and I can see who watching me. So it's all for them. But they not Yale University as they eat french fries and smoke weed smart. They can't do this. First one, they can't be this nigga. You feel me? When nigga can't be this real ass nigga this smart, I'm gonna go buy some gangster shoes from the Slauson SWAT meeting, sit out front of a porch and smoke a blunt and talk this shit next. Keep playing. Hit that like button. I'm gonna drive these people crazy trying to be Kev. They don't have the mind. They might as well come get me. Come get me. They don't want Kev. They need Charleston
Unknown
White.
caller.
They need the clowns.
From
Brittany.
The Turkish clowns of the community. Brittany, welcome to the show with your crazy ass. What's on your mind?
Well, I think it's a different Brittany, and I can see
You probably crazy
the
too.
last.
I'm just playing. Don't respond because I'm retarded. Go ahead.
That's all right. I know how to approach people like you. Anyway, to double back off what you guys were saying. I don't know if you remember a little bit ago you did a podcast about the birth certificate. I mean the incubator baby with the World Fairs.
What about them?
That's when the method of the birth certificate came about. That's one of the ways they started using the birth certificate to make.
Ma'am, you don't have any proof of that. That's not how the birth certificate came out. Probably they gave them birth certificate. We talking about us. We ain't talking about them little foreign kids. And they, come on, family. Wake up. What you on? Coffee and Kush. You back on the air. Go ahead. No, baby. I know how to deal with you. Press 1. And wrong answer, boo-boo. I'm looking for something more explanatory. I know how to deal with people like you, Shaquita. I'm Shaquita's worst nightmare. Press 1. You know she was going to be difficult as soon as you... Don't come over here faking, and don't come over here wearing them weak-ass sandals y'all be buying from the swap meet, and y'all bottom of y'all feet be dirty, and think you going to get some love from Kev Gibbs with your stank attitude. I don't care. I'm from the same place you from. And I don't give a fuck. Press 1, you got to talk to them ghetto broads like that. Let them know. All that orange hair and green nails shit. Nobody give a fuck about none of that. I really don't even honor your opinion like that. Sometimes you got to let them people know. Bring that Democrat back out of you. Press 1, hit that like button and subscribe. So yeah, we went over a lot. We went over a lot. The Negro Holocaust is what's really important. We have fun. We do our thing. I'm coming back with the urban conservative. Do not talk to me about class. Don't talk to me about school. I'm just enjoying Coffee and Kush TV. When I come back on the air and taking my breath and playing a little video games, I just want to chill out for a minute and enjoy. You know, I do this class for y'all to call in and talk about the class, not incubator babies and birth certificates that you cannot make sense. Okay? We're making the most sense of it right here. Stay on code, queen. See, a lot of y'all don't understand. You can't have a sisterhood and a patriarchy because us men, we don't give a damn about your homegirls or what your family members is over there saying or any of that single lifestyle shit. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all the ones who invented this love shit that y'all want everybody trapped in. So you better honor your own love motherfucking peace treaty or get on. Press 1, Shaquita. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting up here arguing with you. And in a patriarchy, ain't nobody finna be handing out no damn extra benefit because you can't keep a man and raise a family, cuz. Sit. You worried about the wrong shit. You are now entering KevRow anti-Planned Parenthood class. You don't get up, do something with yourself, and stop making up conspiracies. Press 1, follow the class, hit that like button. We ain't showing them. Your baby daddy gone, so what? What you do to drive him crazy? And the patriarch. Why you picking these lame ass niggas to have birth with? Because this ain't got nothing to do with black, white, like Michael Jackson say. This is about your selection in American Negroes. You're picking up Pookies and Ray Rays. You feel me? Who pretended to be high value, and then you're picking up high value who pretended to be Pookies and Ray Rays. Press what? So none of them got an ounce of love or God in them or nothing. Now all the single broads with kids who miserable, all calling into Kendra G to talk about all the Africans who won't leave them alone, and all the black males is all watching foreign documentaries on why getting your passport is the way to go while having a felony on your record. Press 1. Just delusion. All these niggas is just on YouTube talking shit. Hit that like button and it's recorded. Hit that like button and subscribe. They just talking shit. They ain't going nowhere. The American man is too weak to leave Shaquisha and them alone. You ain't got enough balls to be on your own, nigga. You might as well stop trying to come over here. Try to be something at KevRow. You ain't got enough balls to be on your own. Press 1, so I know y'all scared to be free. Like the brother who called in earlier and said, y'all want to be together and talk in hidden syntax and spew your venom all over the internet, not holding yourself accountable to the same destruction. I can do this all motherfucking week, nigga. Just like this. Press 1. I got a bald head. Hit that like button and subscribe. They can't get a good man because they crazy, like Brittany. And Brittany can't keep a good man because she crazy. You been on drove them crazy. Press 1. Females in Los Angeles, they don't know what to do with no good man. They so used to, the American women today are all prostitutes. Where my weed at? Press 1. My next stream is trolling American women. Press 1. I love y'all. But the new modern women are prostitute with trophies. They're happy to be prostitute. That's my next. I'm going to put an emoji up. I'm going to put a thumbnail with somebody with a fat ass to draw in their attention. Press 1. And I'm going to say American women are prostitutes and put myself like this on the cover. With all the money signals going everywhere, losing pennies and dimes over you, bro. Press 1. I'm going to troll the shit out the internet. Hit that like button and subscribe. In black women, you're up. Woo! And these hoes ain't loyal. Press 1, they don't turn our whole nation into prostitutes. Talking about what we got. Damn. You ask them what they got, they don't got nothing but a shaved vagina.
Unknown caller.
Press 1. A little pretty little thing, right? That's so cute. No, for real. What you got? Press 1. Nah, they thought a shaved vagina, fellas, was going to make us buckle. Hold steady, fellas. Hold steady. Wait for it. Coffee and Kush TV, you're on air.
Hey, what's up, Kev?
Talking about shaved vaginas right now. What's up, bro?
Shit. All right, so I'm trying to paint this little picture, but
of a shaved vagina?
Nah. Of the I'm gonna go back to the Negro Holocaust. So this is like my.
Oh damn! Hold on.
It's like the Western invasion.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Let me talk to my boy, cause he gotta go down. My penis was hard thinking about shaved vaginas, and now you want me to think about Holocaust. Down, boy. Down. Hold it, fellas. We got an intellectual. Go ahead, champion. We was about to let him have it. Go ahead.
So this is like mid. All right, so like yesterday, we was watching the floods, and a lot of like the Oregon, the first provisions was like 1844, we had our own railroads, in towns, 1820s, King George, right? So then I go to the Mexican-American War. That's 1846 to 1848. So what came of that was the Mexican cession, and that's the whole Southwest America. So that's the third largest land acquisition in the United States.
That's right.
So the second one was the Louisiana Purchase. This one led to the secession. So I go on Wiki, and I'm just looking at the screen, seeing where, because it's right there somewhere, and I see the word session.
Second.
So I don't know what session is. So I go to, hold on, let me pull it up. I go to the 1828. I need the meaning of that.
All right, so you bow to the route. All right, for sure.
No. But
No,
I'm gonna read
I know what
the
you mean.
definition.
You go into the definition, the original use of the term.
Yeah.
Go ahead, champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
Hold on a second. Y'all know when y'all little sons
that?
come in the room after you don't about to get ready for, and then them kids come in the room and mama, hold up, son, they gotta try to tell mama the book we're reading. That's how he just did us, bro. Okay, go ahead, champion.
All right. So session is an act of giving way, a yielding, a surrender. All right. So hold on. It says a yielding, or surrender as of property or rights to another person, particularly a surrender of conquered territory to the former proprietor or sovereign by treaty, whatever. So what came out of that was the Treaty of Guadalupe. So then I go down to more. So it says in ecclesiastical law,
there we go. Give me
the
something.
leaving of a benefice without dispensation
now, wait a minute.
or
This
being
is
otherwise
law?
qualified. Yeah, this is the definition.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so it says again, the leaving of a benefice without dispensation of being otherwise qualified. So that's like the passing of something, but the person's not qualified for it.
Right.
So
I got you.
in civil, so in civil law, that's like law of nations, it's maritime. That's
right.
From their point of view, from the inverted version, a voluntary surrender of a person's effects to his creditors to avoid imprisonment. All right. So you're gonna be in debt bondage because you surrendered and take over. All right.
Bingo. So it was a secession.
So then I go. All right. So now back to the ecclesiastical definition. It says when an ecclesiastical person is created a bishop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking King George. You know what I'm saying? That a Gillespie. You know what I'm saying? That's like the mindset.
Now wait a minute. The bishop. Wait. Say that again.
All right. So the definition, whatever. Go put section in the 18 and show the class. They can read that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a couple words, but just the meaning of it, it just gave me a picture in my head.
Go ahead.
Off this one word. All right. So it says when an ecclesiastical person is created a bishop, or when the person of parish takes another benefits without dispensation, the benefits are void by session without resignation. So that brought me back to when the lady yesterday talked about George Washington resigned. So I'm like, hold on, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's Bishop, Christ, George, you know what I'm saying? That's like, we talking this right now on this war.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? The Mexico-American, because that's what session means now.
Right.
Whatever. And all that land on the left, so if I'm flying in a plane and I look and I see the Mexico section, I see Mount Moab, I see Joshua trees. That's like the land that God showed Moses. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? If it's here, that's the land.
Where?
You know? The Southwest. That's like the mountaintop and all that, the geographical.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Of how it would go down.
Why?
Because the section, it has to involve someone of that order, you know what I'm saying? Of God.
So,
all right,
so they would
whatever.
have
So
to,
I go to benefit.
Before you do that, you're saying South America,
The Southwest, whatever. If you go to Mexican section, that landmass that they're showing was the third largest. So you got the Louisiana Purchase.
Gotcha.
Whatever. That's a lease. That's not a purchase.
Gotcha.
They leased
It's
it to,
that's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? With George to build and be white people holy of God. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the third one was 1846, 48. That's right before the California genocide, because 2 years later, California and all them other states like Nevada, New Mexico started getting statehood and getting incorporated and parceled out to different governments and militias, state legislation. The Pharisees, you feel me? They killed the king, you know? But the thing is, I'm going to go more into, let me see. So then I go to benefits, whatever, a benefit, advantage, or kindness, but in present usage and ecclesiastical living, a church endowed with a revenue for the maintenance of divine service. You know what I'm saying? That's serving the people.
Facts. That's divine service.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's what you doing.
Government, Aaron's Rod, written by George Gillespie.
Yeah.
And arguing the law ecclesiastically, in the spirit of law, rather, the Pharisees and
the letter of the law. Yeah. But the definitions, I'm telling you, this would be the definitions within that bishop, that person. So I'm describing someone, a Christ-like
so
figure.
You're describing an individual.
Yeah.
Just hit me.
All right. So walk with me. I'm trying to paint a picture. Whatever. In my head, I'm trying to paint a picture.
It just hit me what you were saying. Go ahead, King.
All right. So all church preferments are called benefices, except bishop, priests. It's just different names for them. Whatever. So the next one says, hold on. In the Middle Ages, benefits would use, was used for a fee or an estate in lands granted at first for like only and held ex mero benefits of the donors. The estate afterwards becoming hereditary took the appellation of feud, and benefits became appropriated to church living. So that's just the definition.
So
but then I go to dispensary.
When you brought up the servant, what made you bring up Gillespie? I mean, when you brought up, the bishop.
Whatever. Because that's what serving God is, being a service to the people, you know, and raising people up. The real meaning of fishermen of men, not to deceive them and, you know, give them the law, because God is the law, you know. So, I mean, it's just a person, a good person.
So, look, it's a good
but then I go to this.
Gillespie mean a bishop's servant.
I know that.
Son. Yeah.
So then I go to dispensation. Hold on, where my shit? Where's it at, man? Where's it at? Definition. Hold on.
Guess what the motto is? A sure anchor of safety. But go ahead, Chief.
Hold on. I'm going to just look it up. Hold on. I'm going to read it, though.
Right here.
All right. So the word dispensation, number one, it says the act of dealing out the different persons or places as the dispensation of water indifferently to all parts of the earth. So I'm thinking that first one is like their maritime. That's how they dispense. All right. So the second one is the dealing of God to the the dealing of God to his creatures, the distribution of good and evil, natural or moral, in the divine government. You know what I'm saying? So when that session happened and that granting of land, the person who passed it and gave it to the United States, whoever was in that United States position, did not qualify because they had that Peter intent.
Go ahead.
All right, so that brings me to John 21.
Go ahead, champion.
Hey, so then it brought me to John because I've been playing that Prometheus Nimrod Part 1 when you show the time moves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been double backing that first because that's when you really penetrate the souls. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, put your thinking caps and keep this to your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
study and know the language and put this shit in time, places of when this shit will go down. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So I've been playing that a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? That got me focused more because they tell you that they killed Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They don't even hide it.
They don't even hide it.
So it's like whatever. And that's just how it moves, whatever. It allows for the washing of the hands, killing of messiahs, bro. And that's what it is. That's what we've been living in. You know what I'm saying? But going back, the dispensation, whatever, that's like speaking of God, the true laws and all that. But then I looked up another, that second definition again. I'm going to say the dealing of God to his creatures, the distribution of good and evil, natural or morale in the divine government. And that just brought me Aaron's rod, you know, the Levites and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, God's law. You know what I'm saying? That person would be of that nature who did the session in 1848. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You have to pass that down, whatever. But then that brings me back to John 21 because that's when the book of John ends. But what I learned is like in like court, and when you stand on your square, you have to say it 3 times to get it on the record. You know what I'm saying? And that's whatever Jesus did to Satan. He told him he'll deny him 3 times, whatever. Then he told him to feed his lambs, his sheep 3 times to put it on record. You know what I'm saying? And Peter's not qualified because he didn't feed the sheep. And that would be a void of contract. That would be a void of contract. You know what I'm saying? That's a void. You know what I'm saying? And then he tells them, I think Peter asks whatever, what might happen to the person who betrays him. And he says, will he live? And he's like, what is to you if he lives until I come back? And that just brought me to how if we're dead, they're alive. And then once we live, they're dead. You know what I'm saying? The parable of it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
And
I'm
become
looking,
alive?
And that's
how do they become alive?
We become dead. You know what I'm saying? Is this whatever that concept when he told Peter that, you know what I'm saying? About the tares, whatever. As long as I allow you to be here until I come, until I rise again, you know what I'm saying? So the Son of Man rises and he knows who he is, you know what I'm saying? But then like after that little treaty, but then it brings you back how you were showing the Moore shit, the little stat.
Yes, sir.
Little thing, the canon thing, the
yes,
certificate, but go back to that civil order. Go back to that civil order.
back in the day.
The
You remember the
date,
Civil Order, huh?
1845. Look. 1845 to 2013 is what that Civil Order says. And that shit happened a couple years after, so it's like right on time. You feel me? It ain't no LFR. It's right there, a little mid 1500s, because then the orphan train started popping. 1850s, the genocide, the gold, you know, the El Dorados getting took, whatever. Because, like you said, the West Coast is really the main coast. You feel me?
That's where the genocide happened.
What you said. Yeah, but that's where Washington State is, you know,
Yes,
the real,
sir.
not the corporate.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me? So it took longer. The Wild Wild West, how the West was won, the Wells Fargo, whatever. A couple years later, in 1850, California is established. You know, and then the president at that time was Polk, but then it brought me back to the George Washington Gillespie family tree. I think Polk was the Knox grandson. So it's like, but they got him doing all the laws to promote California genocide as president and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
that shit hella weird, but I just know that session right there was like, I don't know, whatever. Who's Mexico then? That's the next question that popped in my head, is who's Mexico then? Whatever, because somebody has to have that divine
Why do
spirit.
you think George Washington? Why do you think George Washington is the savior of the nation, as the 1828 dictionary says?
Because he can redeem. He's a kinsman. He's a kinsman. He has that ability. The bloodline.
So it would be that.
This said, Bishop.
Go ahead.
All right, so then I go. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. A little different. So that's the dispensation. But then I'm gonna read more though. I'm gonna read more of it though. The dispensation. So it says the granting of a license or the license itself to do what is forbidden by laws or canons, or to omit something which is commanded, that is the dispensing with a law or canon, or the exemption of the of a particular person from the obligation to comply with the injunction. The Pope has power to dispense with the canons of the church, but has no right to grant dispensations to the injury of a third person. Yeah. I don't really, if you can go over that or try to see, I'm kind of stumped on that one, but just to think on that level, you know what I'm saying, of what this session was in this granting of land, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, and then it says, the fourth one says, to which is dispensed or bestowed a system of principles and rights enjoined, so that's like enforced, in Mosaic dispensation, the gospel dispensation, including the former, the Levitical law and rights, and the latter, the scheme of redemption by Christ.
What? Wait.
You know what I'm saying? This,
wait.
So this is patriarch shit, you know?
What are you reading from?
The 1828. This is all the definitions of what comes in that session, that granting of land in 1848. But then the Pope's letter, whatever, there is 1845. That's when the reign and all that shit that they did to us that's when they had the power. That's what I'm thinking, because they did the timeline, and now we're in that grace period. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me. I mean,
it makes sense Christ is the Redeemer.
Just to see that one word, but like that John 21 and all that came from just reading the definition of looking on that little screen of Mexico-American War, just looking and seeing what words I don't know, and it just session pops up, Mexico session. I'm like, when Mexico though? Who's Mexico then?
Mexico is Dutch.
At 1840.
Yeah.
So where's George at? Whatever. Who did they get it from? Whatever. So then I looked up the land that Mexico had it for. That goes to 1821. So who had it before 1821? And who had Judah and all that and
it's
Joshua
all
trees?
Great Britain. It's all the greater territory of George.
Yeah,
because
but
it's all one continent.
you know. So
and of course on the West Coast,
they gotta scramble and figure out something now on this. Cause what about the session? Because I ain't never. They always talk about the purchase, but then I go to the purchase, right?
Yes.
I go to the purchase. Hold on, I got their ass. What's this?
Magic trick. He got you. He said.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then I go to just the wiki. If you go on the wiki, Kev.
Yes, sir.
It says history. It says July 4th, 1803, established. Then it says October 1st, 1804, whatever. So that's a little bit over a year, right? And that's a lot of field and country land, right?
Yes, sir.
So then I hit this established is highlighted. I don't know why, but I'm going to see what it says. This shit says, in law, dissolution is any of several legal events that terminate a legal entity or agreement such as a marriage, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's dumb shit. I'm not going to go on that. I'm going to go to it says, the last definition says, in international law. So this is League of Nations shit. League of Nations, Law of Nations, this is their shit. The definition. All right, desolation is when a state has broken up into several entities and no longer has power over the entities as it used to have previously. The type of dissolution, dissolution is identical to dissolution in the political sense. An example of this is that case of the former USSR dissolving into different republics. So what these fools did, they bought that big ass mass of land, waited 1 year to go by to spend Levitical 25, and then made hella entities, and that's how you wash your hands and get clean kills because they don't control them no more. But they made all these companies and set them up.
Like Disney.
All these dead bodies, all these dead fiction that they don't own or say, but they control. You know what I'm saying? That's how you wash your hands. This is the Tamu shit. But the thing is, I'm gonna go to Leviticus 25. See? So Leviticus 25. Let me see. Let me see. Where's it at? Okay, so then it says, if a man, this is Leviticus 25:29. It says, and if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year, may he redeem it. And then the next one, and if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession may be Levites, may the Levites redeem at any time. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee, for the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possessions among the children of Israel. You see. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. So that purchase had to be the field, you know what I'm saying? So whatever they did, they just ain't been honoring Jubilee. Because it was massacre time. It was go time. You feel me? It was go time. That's when the damn Civil War started. 1845. That's what they giving us. Shit.
Why, bro? The Civil War is like, these are the biggest mysteries, bro.
Yeah. And then, but then you get the whatever, the statehood in 1850. That's 2 years later. Then the genocide, gold rush, whatever. Then you got Vanderbilt. He over there doing steamboat travels from New York to Frisco. You feel me? Then he ended up being the railroad and shit. They started doing the railroad because they were killing off the railroad cat. It was genociding all over. Yeah. Mass takeover. They got that land, shit. It was go time. But you there, Kev?
Oh yes, sir. I'm here.
You got anything to bounce off, or just
Oh, I'm just listening to you, champ. I was doing some research on something else.
oh
Somebody in
shit.
the chat room said these are lease renewals. So after 50 years, the Jubilee. They're just not,
You
like you
know?
said, they're not honoring the Jubilee after 50 years when the
Yeah, you
land
know what I'm saying?
returns
But
back. Yeah, because you may have brought up an excellent point. I'm gonna check this out, but the Louisiana Purchase
and
that
then you
whole
got
year. Hold on, that whole year, they could have been actually stocking up on stockpiles to go to war with both sides of the nations, splitting the country in half on the west and the east by coming up through the floods that was happening and that Louisiana Purchase. So, given what you were describing, you give it a lot of thought. Go ahead, champion.
uh, nah, but then when the lady yesterday showed the flood, and that's like it just makes sense, you know. The the gold rush happened in the 50s, you know, and then the flood happens like 1962 Civil War. Like, bruh, it was going, man. Just it was war, flooding out, you know, and all in California they was promoting scalping, all that, just mass genocide. They
That's what's
say natives, but
well. We
I
got
know
we
who
we
it
got
is.
that. I don't want to veer too far off of that, but away from the topic
Oh
at hand.
no,
But you're absolutely right, bro. I appreciate the call,
you know,
and I'm moving on to more Gillespie knowledge and wisdom. Thank you, champion.
yes sir, you
My
know,
man. So Ezekiel, as he was talking, I was researching some shit. I'm like, wait a minute. 1818, nigga, we were slaves, remember? And Indians and shit. 1842. Hmm. And I'm just doing simple, regular searches. I've been on the air for 3 hours and I got a little bit left in me because I had lunch, so I ain't tripping off of none of that. But look, Okay, I'm all in research mode right now. So they was around at this time. So don't play with Kev. Press 1. It's not Mr. Bay. It's not none of that. It's listen to what I'm saying, y'all. The Negro Holocaust is after this. This is 1818. This is 1880. Let's stop playing, family. Let's keep it 100 with They almost running out of timelines. They almost running out of events. That word ex-slave can only last so long when you wasn't here. Uh-oh. Sounds like Kev done found something. Wait a minute. I told you. You stick to the timeline, and there it is. He say he favors you. Yeah, he favors me. You know why? Because it's all in the eyes, champion. Remember that. It's all in the eyes, champion. KevRow. That's all. I be trying to tell you. It's just something about that. And you're talking about tailors and all these other things. So I just want you to know this was around back before they was around. You understand, champion? They said you was a slave. The Irish folk who came from Scandinavia, and the Irish folk who came from Scandinavia, press 1. Yeah, he do kind of look like me, as a matter of fact. Why you playing? Damn. KevRow. Let me see. Press 1. Hey, this is Coffee and Kush TV. In the future. Wonder what Ezekiel Gillespie was doing at this time. Press 1. Well, let's go back into the Gillespie database of DNA results, and let's see if there's an Ezekiel Gillespie. That's very biblical of them. That's not the Bay. That's not a Bay, champion. Uh-oh, y'all done fucked up now. Oh, this guy, he was the first African American. Oh, come on. See, we gotta have a Yo People Day celebration. From now on, in Black History Month, you gotta have a name. And it gotta be your name. See? That's how you live Black history. By becoming Black History, fool. KevRow in the building. Look. Founder of Ecclesiastical Church. Always in the word, bro. Class of 1846. Community leader. Always getting the people out there to vote correctly for Donald Trump. All right, yeah, Cub was the first man to vote in Wisconsin. Press what? Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all haters. See? Now let's go do some more. That's a lot of first African American type shit right there. Gillespie versus Palmer went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the justices of the court sided with Gillespie in his argument that Wisconsin voters had voted in favor of male African American suffrage in the 1849 referendum. He was the first black voter in Wisconsin. That's crazy. I'm sorry if I'm kind of looking up something right now. Oh my goodness. I'm finna do a lot of research. I see y'all later on. My brain is racing at this moment. I'll try to stick around for a little longer. 424-209-9506. Y'all tripping. All right, y'all. I'm gone. Love y'all. Peace and love and honesty and much respect. See y'all in the past or in the future.
Unknown caller.
Glad y'all came. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Brittany.
Hey, it's Brittany. What's up?
The real Brittany, or the other Brittany.
Not the other Brittany. The real crazy Brittany is in the building. What up?
Nothing. I was just looking at this Ezekiel Gillespie.
Okay.
And I just wanted to. So it says that he was denied a ballot, and so he brought his case all the way to the Supreme Court. And it just looks like how we're talking about overlapping timelines. Gillespie is the only name with the jurisdiction in Supreme Court in all these alternative timelines.
Oh shit. Oh fucking Brittany. Wait a minute. You can be right, but go ahead. Fucking Brittany.
The same way it would be laid out in scripture. Same names. The heir is not named, but that doesn't mean that the lineage isn't named. So just overlapping in real life, and scripture is real life, so it's just being able to place their stories into scripture and seeing it clear as day that the only person with jurisdiction is Gillespie.
That's Supreme Court.
That's Supreme Court.
What did I say?
They have no jurisdiction over you.
And that the fight must go where?
To Supreme Court.
Of course.
Right. So I was just thinking, like, what is it that people need to hear? But I think that's just it, that there's no other choice. There's no other way. It's just Gillespie.
Wait a minute. No matter where you look around, the only one for blacks is Gillespie.
Yes. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter what you call the landmass. It doesn't matter what the timeline is. It's just Gillespie.
Okay. That's what that's crazy because that's why he's the one. Am I correct?
The one. Yes.
because he's not the one because of a movie, or he's the one because he knows from that lineage all. He just knows it's him.
There's no other choice.
There's no other choice. There's no choice. Ah. It's a
There's
redeeming name.
that
Is what
being dead is nothing.
Say it again.
Being dead is nothing. So it can't be a choice.
It's a
There's only life in God.
That's crazy that you even that you caught that.
That's staying within the confines of time and space, right? That's
Right.
That's the quantum. It's still Gillespie. It's still you.
That makes sense to me. I don't know. That makes sense to me. It makes perfect
It
sense.
also says that Ezekiel Gillespie operated a local branch of the Underground Railroad, but that also just kind of looks to me like how they placed even that story on top of just the operations of the king. What would have been just what his role is as head of state to serve the people.
You're right.
A life of service, right?
Yes. Very true.
But they placed it underground in their story.
But they placed it underground and helping them get free and redeeming and
Mm-hmm.
the power of the law and God, which is written. So that makes sense. Said
Yes.
brought up that the Gillespies were like princeps, so that's something else. But yeah, that goes in what you were describing.
Like
Lewis,
their titles, but in another story,
yeah, their titles in another story.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thank you. Anything else?
But it's just you.
Say it again.
I said, but it's just you.
It's just me.
Like the stories are just another depiction of you. So, like you say, there's no need to go anywhere else. Just stay right there. It's you.
All right, that's crazy to throw out there, but yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. No problem.
Gotta love Brittany and her wild theories, of course. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's true. It's true. Maybe it's just we just read it out of there at the Supreme Court level. Now, what are the odds of that? What are the odds that that name was around and that name was around back then? So George here, which is Walter Plecker in his younger years, we got a lot of manipulation here. But in 1911. And then you got George here in 1818. I mean, Ezekiel Gillespie in 1818. You got George Washington Gillespie in 1917. 1911. You got the real George and the real Georges. Gillespie's, excuse me. Now, the real George, that's some scandalous, bro. So you see why they wanted to place themselves in history, but to no avail. And they keep having this issue which is where no jurisdiction comes from. Now, you're chasing no jurisdiction, but you're a 14th Amendment refugee. So how are we going to get out of that dilemma? How do you get out of the straw man dilemma? Well, more to come. See y'all in a bit. Coffee and Kush TV. I love y'all. Stay tuned for more historical breakdowns and breakthroughs. And as always, family,